my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited.
Don't talk to me!
Are you serving cheeseburgers right now? I'm not hungry. Like, that salad really filled me up. He's not a marriage scammer. Like, these people who have, like, they have children. You can you not take them to the park?
Rage, more rage.
Judy's doing video.
Hi, me again.
Dad, if you're watching this, Sue Slimer.
I'm fat. I'm obese. I am fat.
Can I move
I'm not fucking gay. He's my brother. He's my brother. You know? You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money? Okay, good luck. Hillbilly, crap, white trash people.
Hello, good people. Can you all believe it's already Friday? I have to keep reminding myself it's Fatty Friday. I don't know. I lost a day somewhere. I keep thinking it's Thursday, but here we are, Friday. And yeah, eventually I'll catch up. Hello, Fifi48, Miss Anthropy, Fondue, good to see you. Jessica, Emotional Support Muffin, Wistful Demon, thank you so much for gifting 10 the YouTube Underground memberships. Welcome all new members. Sorry I didn't get to greet you properly in chat, but a word from our sponsor.
The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
That's right. And thank you again, Wistful Demon. American Cancer, Glammo Mayhem, hello, Toys R Us Kids, Tina B, By the Book, Dorky Shit Stain, good to see you. Fifi48, Sam is doing lots better. She's resting. She's a bit sore today. It's a little bit more different than it was yesterday. Like yesterday, she's really feeling it, but she's resting. She got to eat. She took her medication and she is out for the count. So I doubt you'll see her in chat for a while. She'll pop up eventually. If you're not really understanding what she's saying in chat, just ignore. Just say hello and ignore. Hello, Sugar Pop, Lily Mae. Good to see you. Great Aunt Ray. That creepy chick. Hello. Don't talk to me. Wow. Back again. Hot as balls. And confirming what we already knew. I mean, we already knew. I don't need Chantal to sit down on her YouTube platform and tell us that she's harassing the hell out of her ex-husband. Porcula, thank you so much for gifting the YouTube Underground membership. Sleepy Jean, welcome, new member. Thank you so much, Porcula. Appreciate you, girl. Hello, Nikki Fitness. Bertha Boyle, thank you so much for gifting 5 the YouTube Underground membership. Star Sprinkle, Billy. Is it Nashal? Close enough, I feel like. Gen Z. I think that's all I see. Oh, Ham and Beans. Welcome, new member. A word from our sponsor.
Pickle yourself up. It's a crunchy world out there.
Hey, I feel like that's a new one. Pickle yourself up. It's a crunchy world out there. Bertha girl, thank you so much and good to see you in chat. Hope you're enjoying this nice weather. I'm going to take full advantage of that by decorating. I have not decorated yet. I feel like, you know what's crazy? Times are changing, guys, okay? Because as long as I have my tree up by Thanksgiving and the decorations out by Thanksgiving, I feel like I'm early, right? But ever since like the TikTok started, Shelly Ray, thank you so much for gifting 10 the YouTube Underground memberships. Welcome, new members. I think I missed you in chat, but welcome everybody. A word from our sponsor.
You are capable of achieving more than you can imagine.
That's right, Shelly Ray, and don't you forget it, girl, and thank you so much. But with this new TikTok trend, I feel like everybody, the majority, and I know it's not the majority, right? It's just the algorithm that I'm stuck in on TikTok. Everybody's already got their crap up. And I'm like, So normally I consider myself early, but now I feel pressure because of the TikTok algorithm that I'm stuck in. I feel like I'm late. It's a whole mind fuck. Hello, Shenanigans. Good to see you. Leaky Eye Pondu. Hello, hello. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. Yesterday was my birthday. Can I get the song? Absolutely, girl. Congratulations on making it another year and happy birthday to you. Booty is a stage 5 clinger. Hey, Panda Pondu. Porcula, thank you so much for gifting 5 more the YouTube Underground memberships. Welcome, welcome, new members. Let's see, can I catch those? Oh boy, I think I lost those too. Welcome, welcome, new members. A word from our sponsor yet again.
You're the pickle to the sandwich of life.
Hell yeah.
Essential and delightful.
Essential and delightful. Does that describe you, Porcula? I bet it does. And boy, does a sandwich sound really good about now. Hello, Butter Crumpet. Good to see you. Everybody, hello. So anyways, back to the weather being fantastic for the next couple of days. I'm going to take full advantage, and so are my sons. And we're going to decorate. At least that's the plan. I got a tree put up here in my office space, but it does not have the decor on it yet, just the lights. I'm still trying to catch up. I'm so sorry. I'm a slacker today. So that's what I have planned for this weekend. Decorating and hopefully Thanksgiving shopping. Gonna score the turkeys before they sell out. Let me tell you something, okay? Can we pivot back to the other day when I told you guys about this amazing pumpkin creamer? Do you guys remember me telling you that Chobani pumpkin spice creamer that was at the Sam's Club? It's like it never existed. It's one of those weird things. Is it what there's a word for it? Is it the Mandela effect or something like that? Like, I know we had that conversation. I know that creamer existed. Like, it was in my house. I enjoyed it. I loved it. And then when I went back to the Sam's Club, I swear to you, it's as if it never happened. There's not a place for it. It's gone. The website doesn't have it available. And I'm like, wow. Like, so what does a girl do once you find a creamer that finally is everything that you've ever been looking for? You get it one time and you go back to get it again and it's gone. Like, there's no like sold out, coming soon, stay tuned for more. No. It's like they have no intentions on ever bringing the pumpkin spice creamer back to the Sam's Club. And listen, don't bother putting Costco, Target. Well, I've checked everywhere. They don't have it. Kroger's, JC's, any place online that says that they carry the creamer. I'm telling you, locally to me, they don't have that shit. So I'm pretty pissed about that. That's my dilemma right now. It does suck. It really does. Maybe it was poison. No, maybe all the girly pops listened to the support group that morning and they went out and purchased it and now I don't have any. That's what I've already made this theory up in my head. That's what happened. I'm never going to put you guys on game anymore, okay? Because I know you all went all to my local Sam's Club and you bought all that shit and now I don't have any. So that's great. Hello, Tony D. Tomorrow is your B-Day, but you get the gift. Oh, girl, thank you so much. Well, listen. Congratulations on almost making another year, but I'm sure you're going to get there, girl. Tony D, thank you so much, girl. Snozberry, listen, listen, I know that somewhere around my area, they're going to restock before the Thanksgiving holiday. I'm confident that's going to happen. I don't know that because Sam's Club is weird like that. That is one thing that I dislike about the Sam's Club. I am a big Sam's Club girly. I love going there. I love shopping there. Like they got, it just does it for me. Even the smell, like you walk into the Sam's Club and it's automatically like it just, I don't know, it hits, right? But when you find a product that you like, a lot of times it's just like a run of something and then they don't have it anymore. So you got to get it while they have it. But I'm hoping somebody else will end up getting it in. You have the creamer in your area. Well, lucky you, you better stock up. And here's what I've done, convince myself when I do find it in stock, I'm going to be one of those weirdos that probably buys like 10 cartons of that shit so I can make sure I have it at least until fall's over. Tony D, enjoy your birthday, girl. And thank you so much for the support. Listen, Costco, I would have totally got their membership. I checked their website. They don't even carry Chobani creamer whatsoever at this point. They used to, and the one local in my area does not anymore. Unknown Poster, thank you so much for the super sticker, girl. I appreciate you. Butter Crumpet, get a hold of yourself. Hello, Tweet Tea. Good to see you. Charlotte, hello. Try Silk Cinnamon and Vanilla Zero Sugar. It's a banger. Okay. Well, now, because again, back to TikTok. Okay. I've stopped talking about TikTok for a while. Let me just go ahead and get this off my chest. Okay. So there's this dude that goes around on his TikTok and he looks at all the ingredients on the creamers. And so we've been buying that delightful trash. Now I know it's complete, just utter trash. I'm going to throw it all away, pour it down and just get rid of it. Right. There's like 1 million ingredients in it. Okay. So I'm dead set on just buying these coffee creamers where there's like 4 ingredients. So we're not poisoning ourselves. It's a whole thing, Charlotte, but I will check it out for sure. And if it doesn't have that many ingredients, maybe I'll consider it. And thank you for the support, hun. Hello, Jojo B Life. Good to see you, girl. Thank you so much for gifted the YouTube Underground membership. Welcome, new member. I didn't get to see who got it in chat, but welcome. Glimmer Mayhem says, I don't like pumpkin spice coffee creamer, so I would not know where to get it. You know what? And here's the thing. Like, Sam will like take a sip of my coffee when I have the pumpkin creamer in there, but she's not a pumpkin spice coffee creamer type of girl neither. And I'm just like, how do we even go together? You know what I mean? Like, how do we even go together? I don't know. Can you get it on Amazon? No, I've checked. Trust me. Clout Goblin, hello. It's at Target, not by me. Well, okay, there's one over in Louisville out in the St. Matthews area that claims they have a low inventory of the pumpkin spice creamer. I'm not taking that chance. I'm not crossing that bridge and going out to St. Matthews for them to just be out of stock because their system has not caught up. Not today. No way. Clout Goblins, thank you for being a member, hun. Hello, Maui. My birthday is on Sunday and I will be 42. At least I don't look like cutie over there. Girl, can I get hi? It's me again and have a good weekend, y'all. You as well. You have a very, very amazing weekend, girl. And congratulations on making it another year.
Hi, me again.
Oh, yeah. Fondue says pumpkin spice used to be my favorite, but now it's more spice than pumpkin, so it's a no for me. The Starbucks maple pecan at the Target is fire. You know, I swore off the Starbucks a long time ago, Fondue. I just feel like I was getting screwed. Every time I would go there and give them like $13, I would get a watered down coffee in return. So I wrote them off, got my own espresso machine, and I haven't looked back since. And let me tell you something, okay? If you have your own espresso machine and you were looking for the Starbucks recipes, the girly pops at the Starbucks, they make videos and they will show you exactly how to make dupes at home. And I would highly recommend that for anybody who wants to save a buck or two. Just saying. Maui, thank you so much, girl. Unknown Poster says Chobani is being sued for... I'm going to act like you didn't post that, Unknown Poster. Unknown Poster says something like, Chobani's pumpkin creamer is the best shit ever. I'm so glad you have found your match. Thank you, Unknown Poster. I do appreciate that. All right. No more negativity. Appreciate you, girl. Django says, wait, they have it in Walmart in my area? They might. Now they carry it, but my local Walmarts, they're out of the pumpkin shit. Seattle Sapphire says, I spent 3 weeks with my gran. All sad. It's time to leave. Well, I'm glad you got to spend some quality time with the grans, Seattle Sapphire. And thank you so much for the support, hun. Good to see you. Payday says, Yaba do curbside pickup at the Target. It would be there when you get there. Just an idea. Maybe. I don't know. Am I that desperate to take a chance on the pumpkin spice Chobani creamer to go across the bridge to go over to St. Matthews? Traffic around here is so insane. I don't know. I'll think about it, Payday. But thank you for being a member for 42 months. Brennette, you're not wrong. Thank you for the support, hon. I appreciate you, girl. Hello, Cancer Warrior. Good to see you. I know it's a long intro today. Don't worry. I'm going to bore you guys, right out of your entire brain once we start watching Foodie Beauty, because let me tell you something. It's been 24 hours since we last saw each other. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Nothing's changed. No, it's the same shit as it was yesterday. Exactly the same thing. The only tea out of that ham beast's mouth is the fact that confirming what we already know, which is that she's harassing Salah message after message after message after message. But the only reason she came to her YouTube channel to tell everybody that she's harassing Salah is simply because he's not returning her calls. And I don't even know if I believe that's completely true. Here's what I think happened before we get into the video. Did you notice in the title of today's live stream that there's no live reaction? I figured after yesterday's complaints of everybody, are we going to get to the video? Are you going to play the video? I was like, you know what? We really don't react too much over here. So let's just remove the live reaction from the title. That way nobody can give a shit. Because the majority, we're just going to talk about what happened. Are we going to play some clips? Are we going to listen to some of it? Yeah. Are we going to get through a video? No. Do we ever? No, we don't. I've got way too much to say, especially when she's over there drooling out of the side of her mouth and damn near not even alive. Absolutely not. Okay. I will go ahead and do the entertaining in place of Chantal until she finally, I don't know, wants to go out and gunt around Cornwall or wherever she is. I forgot, Ottawa. I don't know the layout of Canada. You got Canada here and Ottawa there and Montreal. I don't know. All right. I'm just saying, you get what I'm talking about. Hello, Liz. Just start a fight for no reason. I'm feeling better after a serious sinus headache. Girl, those are the worst. Migraine yesterday, so I'm feisty today. Chobani peppermint mocha is better than pumpkin spice. Guess what? Because this is what brought me to the whole pumpkin spice creamer shit. I was in Sam's Club yesterday. Had to pick up a few things before I picked Sam up from the hospital. And that's what I got in place of the pumpkin spice creamer, whatever. I got the peppermint mocha. I haven't tried it yet because I feel like I would be cheating on the pumpkin spice if I go ahead and skip up to the peppermint. So it's just simmering in my refrigerator until I don't know. I want to go ahead and take the plunge into it. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know, but eventually it's just too warm outside too for peppermint. You know, I told you we're having warm weather, 60s, 70s today outside. It's going to have to be a little bit cooler before I'm willing to get into the peppermint creamer. And to be fair, I'll say this. I've never been a big fan of the peppermint creamer, but I'm willing, after the experience I had with the pumpkin spice, I'm willing to give it a chance. See, this is what I don't understand about like people in California and Florida where you guys don't get like a really cool fall or cold in winter. Like, how do you guys do Christmas? I cannot imagine doing Christmas and it's warm or hot outside. I'll just pass. At that point, I'm no longer celebrating. I just can't do it. Anyways, we're way off topic here. Liz, thank you so much for the support, girl. And good to see you. I'm glad you're feeling better. In shorts, no way. I need hoodies. I need gloves. I need layers at that point. Hello, Bad Beach. Try the sugar cookie creamer. It's so good. You know, they have so many different flavors at Walmart. And I do believe that was one of them. So I will definitely do that. I just have my heart set. Once guys, once you find something that you really like nothing is going to take its place. Like you have to like more in that product to get over it before you're willing to move on. Maybe it's just me. I could be that weirdo. It's totally possible. Thank you so much for the support, hun. Playing pickleball by 10 a.m. or today. Fifi48, is that what your plan is for the morning? Look at you. Hello, Emotional Sport Muffin. I see you in chat. Roho, hello. Nana Spike T, good to see you. Everybody that I missed, welcome. It's not raw dogging so long as you're using Milky. Hello, Drama B. That's true. No, if you're watching through a reactor, that's not raw dogging. Raw dogging is when you're watching like, you know, with nobody else. You're just watching direct. That's what it is. Bertha Boyle says, I've raw dogged her via Milky. Oh, okay, that's why she said that. I've been around for some messed up people in my life, and this is the worst I've ever seen. It's dangerous, to be honest. You didn't raw dog her. To be fair, Bertha Boyle, Milky is your buffer. So when you're watching through a reactor, she is your buffer, and it's not considered raw dogging. So don't worry, you're marked safe there. I do agree as far as Chantal. I don't necessarily know if she's like pivoting where things could be dangerous for her. Again, I think a lot of this is done for the dramatics. I could be wrong about that. Maybe she is high, but again, I still stand behind a lot of it is the dramatics of it all so she can get whatever she's trying to fish from the community and Salah and her family even maybe. I don't know. But you know what? Chantal is always, here's one thing we know for sure. No matter what, Chantal is always going to pick the worst option she possibly can when it comes to anything in her life. Okay. You want to get sober? You want to be high as balls, Chantal? She's going to pick high as balls. You want to be fat as fuck, or you want to try to do something to better your life and lose some weight? She's going to get fatter. She's always, so with that being said, if this whole situation, again, I think Salah was probably busy with his family. He just wasn't contacting Chantal the way that she likes to be in touch with him, like constant text messages, constant phone calls, because I do think that Salah is still sticking around for the piece of the pie. I'm not sold on him being gone yet. Okay. But let's entertain if that happens, right? And Salah does not answer her calls and he's done and he's got his new woman. He doesn't need her YouTube money anymore. Middle finger right to her fucking nose. What do you think Chantal's going to do next? How crazy will she get? I mean, yes, she's going to mope and she's going to cry and she's going to mourn her marriage for a long time. But just imagine when she's like, okay, like I cannot, she's one of those people, I've came to that conclusion that cannot stay single. She will be back on the dating app. She's going to be doing whatever she can to secure a new dick in her life. Just imagine how wild things can get if she stays in Canada and Salah cuts her off. I'm not sold on that being, where we're leaning towards, but again, it's on the table. Bertha girl, thank you for the support, hun. Samantha, hello. I'm in Australia. Beach Christmas. No, thank you. I will completely pass. You ever go to like the store and you see those decorations for Christmas and they got the flamingos and stuff? I'm like slapping them off the shelf and shit. I don't want that negativity in my life. No way. Or Santa with the floaty on out in the pool with his little margarita umbrella and shit. I don't want to see that neither. Get it out of here. It's too much negativity. Give me Santa in the North Pole in the snow. Okay. I don't want to see that Florida type Santa. Ugh. Samantha, thank you so much for being a member, hon. I appreciate you. Whomever it is better have 24 inches because the oven is deep. That was a fucking banger, Syrian prison bees. I agree. Chantal's oven is deep. Is that what we're calling it? Okay, so let me clarify though, Syrian prison bees. I don't know how deep Foodie's oven is, but I think in order to get to said oven, like the oven door, if you will, like going through the layers to get to the oven doors definitely is deep. Bertha Boyle says she was live though. I couldn't understand a word she said. Sounded like adults and Charlie Brown to me. 5 minutes in depth. You're not wrong. I was listening to her when we were coming home from picking Sam up yesterday, and it was really hard for me to understand. But once she goes off and you can put her, like you can bump the speed up, you can understand her better. Isn't that crazy? When Chantal, since she's been doing these, I don't know, allegedly benzos, okay, I don't know. It could just be the wheelchairs. Who knows? Whatever she's intoxicated with, when she goes offline and you put her in 1.5, you can understand her better than you can when she's in regular time. It's insanity. She sounds human around 1.9. 1.9 2 times speed, I would highly recommend, and then that way you can save some of your precious life over there listening to that slurring idiot, because that's what she is. Bertha, thank you so much for the support. And she's humiliating. My God. I mean, who thought that Chantal could take to her YouTube platform and humiliate her family any more than what she has? Well, by God, she's going to show us one way or another. Hello, Sassy Cat. Foodie Beauty. Current pot strain is notice me, Salah, bitch. Yes, you're not wrong. I just don't know why Salah is ignoring me when I'm telling him how much I'm struggling. He's in Syria, bitch. You're in Canada, okay? Are you listening to yourself? I might not like the guy, right? But I'm just saying, I can imagine that life in Syria is a lot harder than life in Canada. You got the fucking audacity to message a man that's living in Syria, has to live in Syria because of you. You got him kicked out of his home in Kuwait. So he had to go to a place like Syria where you got heat, electric, air conditioning, food at your, like everything that you need. You got people online that are just willing to send you money living in the Western world, and you're messaging a person in Syria talking about you're struggling. Are you okay? That's insanity. Like when you really break it down like that, that is, could you imagine talking to somebody in Syria? You live in Canada or the United States of America, and you got the fucking audacity to tell these people how bad you're struggling. Are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah, his internet is shitty too. Exactly. Big Turks, hello. The never ending oven, sung like the never ending story. Oh my God, you're right. Big Turks, thank you for the support, hon. Oh God, I see people responding to MEP. Let me get down to it. Here we go. MEP says, stop and think about it. She is seriously considering pulling a B&E dishwasher style on an international level. Yes, sanctions be damned. Customs be damned. All for a bought bitch. Yes. Oh man, I didn't want to get into it yet, but let's do. Again, Chantal, listen, and we're going to talk about it when we play her video. And we're going to, for all the complainers in the back, don't worry about it. Just be patient. She's unhinged. Not that Chantal hasn't been unhinged for probably since the day she came out of the oven. Okay, she absolutely is more unhinged than I've ever heard her in my entire time listening to her on YouTube. Okay, the things that she's saying, you can hear the panic in her voice of what now? Like this. See, this is what happened, Chantal. You've been doing this cycle with Salah, stomping your feet, going to Canada, him love bombing you, and you running back home to your happy little life for 3 years now. And this last time that you did it could have been possibly your last. I don't know that I'm convinced that it is, but it very well could have been your last. And now you're like, wait a minute. I didn't really mean that I wanted to stay in Canada. Like, I can't afford this place. I don't have money. I have serious out of control type due debt. Could you please let me back in the Syrian country? So if Salah really is done with Chantal and he does not want Chantal to back in the family home, she's going to go back to Syria, regardless of what Salah wants. I do believe that. At least I think that's an option. I think that should be on our table, and it should be higher to the top of the list of possibilities that's going to happen with Chantal. I believe that it is very possible that if Salah does not allow Chantal back to the family home, I think she's going to go anyways. She might not go to the family home, but I think she will hop on a plane and she will pay for a hotel for however long and live there and harass Salah and find a way to get to the family home. She's insane. She's insane. Absolutely insane. MEP, thank you so much for the support, hun. Hello, Cabela. She let me back in the chat last night. What? Hey, Salah, look, Cabela is here type shit. How did I miss that? You were allowed back in chat last night? Are you trolling me? Who can confirm this, please? I still don't believe that Salah ever truly cared about her. I don't know. Listen, I think on a friend level, yes, I really do. I think he cares about Chantal as a friend, and it stops there. Okay, Bertha Boyle says she saw. How the fuck did I miss it? Because I was listening. Holy shit. She was there. I can confirm. I saw Cabela in chat, and you didn't get kicked out? Sassy Mama says she saw it too. Cringe Corpse is confirming as well. Well, I'll be damn. Hello, Frenchie BG. You saw it too, huh? Well, Cabela, that's fucking hilarious. I don't know how I missed it. Okay, Fondue says she got kicked. You saw it during Milky stream? That's interesting. I wonder who did the blocking. Was it Foodie herself, or was it one of the mods, or was it Salah watching and blocking in the background? That's what I want to know. Hello, Joanna. Cabela, thank you for letting us know, and thank you for the support, hun. Ultraviolet Shade says, lighting the prayer candles. Syria, Foodie Beauty is a bore. Yes, light those prayer candles. Send her ass back to Syria, where she truly belongs. Thank you for being a member, hun. Hello, Troy. Was Salah weird mugging the camera on purpose in that picture, or is that just his normal face? Sometimes when contemplating life. This is one of my favorite stills of Salah. I have it in the vault, actually. I've used it on several thumbnail images. It was the time him and Chantal were at the pool and he was staring at the camera. He's just a fucking weirdo, but it was an amazing screen grab. So again, it's been used in several thumbnails. Troy, thank you for the support, hun. Foodie needs to be admitted to a mental institution. Yeah, I wonder. Here's the thing, though, as far as like having Foodie committed somewhere, I just wonder. I don't think that she's at the point to where Canada is willing to step in and do anything. But I wonder if Smee has done any research to see how hard that would be. You know, like if I wanted to have my daughter committed, like what would need to happen? What's the criteria for having my 41-year-old out of control type 2 Canadian daughter committed to a psych ward? Do you think that she's done the research to see, can she vlog in an institution? More than likely not. How am I still blocked and Cabela is free to roam? That's a great question. Who do you think unblocked Cabela from Foodie's chat? Bitch, I know I'm blocked. Just for kicks, hello. There ain't no way Salah gets that cupcake into her oven. Not a chance in hell. Okay, just for kicks. I'm not going to even defend that because or argue that point. You're right. It's not physically possible. But I think Chantal does a little something to help release our boy, if you will. Just for kicks. Thank you for the super chat, hun. MEP says it's his O face. Well, Foodie wouldn't know anything about that, would she, MEP? Thank you for the super chat. Theory, Cabela was let back in hopes that she might say something to Chantal about Salah talking to her or indicate some kind of communication. But, okay, I wonder how long you've been unblocked, Cabela. You know what I mean? I'm sure you don't go in there and try to talk very often. Maybe you just happened to do that yesterday just to see if you were unblocked. I wonder how long you've been unblocked and what was it that made her unblock you? Were you unblocked recently? I don't know. Like there's so many, I don't know. Like how did that even happen? Was it done a long time ago? Was it done recently? And why isn't everybody else unblocked? You're still blocked too, Karina? Not long. I checked probably a couple of months ago. Really? That's so weird. Liz, thank you so much for the super chat, hun. Hello, Sarah. Behind, but I feel you on the creamer. My favorite is brown butter cookie from Toll House, and it sometimes shows up around the holidays. I definitely buy a few when I can find it. And then after holidays, it's gone, huh? It does sting. Can confirm. Thank you for the support, hun. Becca Boo, hello. People like her exhaust me. The poor me is ridiculous. She acts like they were soulmates from high school. And again, just to remind you guys, okay? Yes, it's all about, this souvenir and her handsomest husband. But I think the reality of Chantal just having to be an adult and figure out her bills, like normally Foodie can just pass off responsibility to Salah. Like we cannot take that away from him, okay? Chantal more than likely was sending Salah all of her YouTube money, and maybe even possibly having it direct deposited when they were in Kuwait into his account. I'm not sure. Hey, Amber R. But regardless, she was giving him the money. He had access to it one way or another, right? And he took care of everything. She literally did not have to do anything in Kuwait other than get up every so often, do a live stream or doing mukbang on her YouTube channel. And that was it. Everything was taken care of. She was like, I don't have to worry about my debt. I don't have to worry about my health, because not only was she able to ignore her debt while she's been in the Middle East, she's also basically been ignoring all of her health issues. She hasn't been going to the doctor. I mean, every time, she gets sick or whatever, she'll go to the doctor, and it's like one of those quick fix type deal situations. They give her some medication. They tell her to come back. She never goes back. And then she just goes on about her life like it's not happening, right? Hey, Carrie, good to see you. She's doing better. She's doing better, just kind of sore. So now in Canada, and she's trying to get seen for her issues. Now reality is really starting to catch up to her. So not only are the thoughts about Salah and who he's with and not having her souvenir anymore, not only is she dealing with that, she's also dealing with the reality of all these problems that she's created that she kind of left behind in Canada when she went to the Middle East, her health included. Like once she gets a doctor in Canada, if she's sticks around that long to do that, it's the reality of what these doctors are going to say to her is probably going to be terrifying. Like I would not want to be in Chantal's diabetic shoes. No, thank you. Not a chance in hell. Did I say yesterday that she did a live stream naked? Well, Kissing My Wolf, she wasn't necessarily naked. It was the one that she did, and she's already took off of her channel where she had like a bed sheet wrapped around her. So it looked like she didn't have a top on it unless the camera kind of pivoted down, which she tried to keep it like above. So it looked like she was sitting there naked because people were like, are you naked? And she'd be like, no, I got a bed sheet on. See, but she wanted it to appear that way. So she was trying to get Salah's attention. Hey, girl, good to see you. Becca Booth, thank you for being a member, hun. Fondue says, motion to start the Syrian national anthem as an intro to get her home to Syria. Also, she just needs to get into his house. Yes, I've never heard the Syrian national anthem, but I will definitely look into that, Fondue. And absolutely. Hey, the Canadian national anthem worked, ladies and gentlemen. So surely the Syrian national anthem will get her back into the country, whether it be the family home, in a hotel, in the desert. We don't care, bitch. We're not picky. Fondue, thank you for the support, hon, and good to see you. She can't see the doctor now, or they will flight restrict her for her poor health. Oh, interesting. Okay, Foodie is acting that way. She is acting because Salah is not talking to her. I think yesterday was definitely an example of that. And that day that she was trying to act like she was naked was another day that I think Salah was busy, not answering her every single text and phone call. And I just want to say this. I do not believe that he's went no contact. When he goes no contact, you're going to fucking know it, okay? I just think that the man is out with his family. He's out doing shit, maybe with his cousin, his wife, whatever, and he cannot answer a million. Who the fuck can sit around with their phone in their hand, texting somebody, sending pictures of the cat? And she doesn't just want pictures of the cat. You guys got to go back to the stream that she did when she admitted that she caught Salah cheating on her and found pictures and everything. She would say that she would demand when Salah went out that he take pictures of what was around him and constantly send pictures every time he went to a new destination so she would know where he was at. And I think that she's demanding the same from him now, even though she's in Canada and he's in Syria. And he's like, bitch, fuck off. I'm not doing it. No way. And that's why she went live last night to somewhat have a little minty bee. She didn't go full force with it. She just had a little one. Because why? Because again, he's still in contact. It's just not the way that she wants, the way that she prefers. It's not what she paid for, Salah, is what I'm trying to say. Hello, spiteful bitch. When she finally rages, gotta ask if that was his cupcake he sent. Yes, we gotta wait for the right opportunity. Okay, so nobody go in there and pre-ask that question because she's not saying anything bad about Salah right now. She's playing it cool. Why is she playing it cool? Like I just told you, he's still talking to her to some extent. He has not went cold turkey, but the minute that he does, okay, hey Manning, good to see you. The minute that he does and she starts talking shit, then it's go time. You are green lighted to go in and ask the question, was that really his 2-inch cupcake recipe? Which we already know it was. We're not questioning any of that, but she's never admitted it. She's always denied it. And basically she says, prove it, prove it, prove it. We all know that it was. I'm not saying that we want to know. We know it was, but what will she say and what will she say about it when she gets really, really mad at him? That's what I want to know. I think he is afraid to ghost her for that reason alone. And you know what, Tweet T, you make a really good point, and we really haven't even talked about. Spiteful bitch, thank you for the support, hun. What other reasons outside of money? Because again, it always comes back down to money for Salah. But you're right. There are some things, and Chantal made that really clear when she was in Syria, when people were telling Salah in her chat to go live on his channel and spill all the tea. She was like, I got more to spill than he does. Like she was threatening him right then and there. telling him, go ahead, motherfucker. I dare you. Hello, 2-inch energy. I dare you because you know I know a lot more than you know about me. There's a lot more for me to say about you than there is for you to say about me. Now, she could have just been, talking about the cheating incident. And there could also be some other shit there that he's worried about getting out in public. Dungeon and Roses, hello. So I met a guy. He's pretty okay. Please send good vibes our way because I'm far too old to be out here dating. Yes, Dungeon and Roses, listen. That's subjective, right? I mean, what's an age that's too old to date? But let me tell you this, okay? Are you really willing to settle for okay if you're an older lady? Do you really want to settle for okay? Or are you at a stage in your life where you feel like you shouldn't settle for anything other than fucking amazing and perfect for your situation? Whatever fits your needs, whatever your perfect is, But at least I'm not as desperate as Foodie Beauty. Can I get a good for you? Well, yes, you can. But again, take no chances, especially when you get older. We ain't got time for that. We're older. We can't be stressed out. We can't be having these wrinkles in our face because our men don't know how to act right. Women, in my case.
Good for you.
Dungeon and Roses, good luck with that, girl. And thank you for being a member for 22 months. Bronzy says, when you're straight, okay seems to be max you can expect. Isn't that unfortunate? That sucks. Teaspoon, hello. Hi, Yaba. Hope you and Sam are well and she's continuing to recover. So far, so good. Men on Tinder, beware. There's a madman Canadian on the hunt. I cannot wait for Foodie to go back on Tinder. I hope that happens. Okay, if she doesn't, what do I want more? Do I want Foodie back in Syria or do I want Foodie in Canada on Tinder? The moping part is, you remember when she moped over dishwasher? It was god awful, right? And I feel like that's what we're experiencing now with Salah. We're like, oh my God, end it all. I can't take it, But once she's finally done and she's back on her fuck 'em era, if she gets there, like, oh, fuck 'em, I'm going to go on Tinder and I'm going to find me a new scammer that wants on my YouTube money, then it can start getting entertaining again. But the thing is, with the condition she's in, are we going to get another round of that? I don't know. And even if she does, what kind of fucking degenerate is she going to bring around? Because it ain't going to be no better than Salah. Ain't going to be no better than Nader. Gotta buckle up, bitches, I suppose. Oh my God. Who knows what's next? Good God. Teaspoon, thank you for the support, hun. Hello, Stump Jumper, playing catch up. Order your creamer on the app. They will ship it. No, they won't. I promise they won't. It says no shipping available. Stump Jumper, do you know who you're talking to here? Come on, man. Also, you can talk to your local Walmart manager and they usually bring it to the store. Now that I'll have Sam do. Okay, I'll consider having Sam talk to the local Walmart manager and insisting that they bring the Chobani pumpkin spice creamer back in stock. Yes. Thank you for this suggestion. And she will be the girl for the job. Thank you for the support, hun. Dorky Shitstain says, imagine her showing up in Syria. Hi, it's me again.
Hi, me again.
Could you imagine the tapping on the Syrian home window and Salah getting up to look out while his cousin is sitting next to him? I mean, his wife cousin.
Hi, me again.
Do you think Foodie would come in and try to start a fight with Salah's cousin wife? Turkey Shit State, thank you for the support, hun. Hello, Fauntleroy. Good to see you. Imagine her trying to scale the gates. Go over it. I forgot they got a gate around the home. Salah, you better keep that gate closed. Just because you believe that Chantal's back in Canada doesn't mean that she won't try to get back to Syria. Go over the gate, Chantal. Manning, hello. Am I that far behind? Miss T says, can you imagine coming on the internet with the illusion of nakedness to lure your romance scammer back? That's a new level of pathetic and desperate. And that right there, Miss T, you just basically told everybody why we can't quit this shit show. We'll complain, talk about how this content sucks, dance for us cutie, entertain us. But here we are day after day. Can't get enough. You absolutely cannot get enough of this shit because of that right there. That's enough for me to stick around and see how this shit plays out. I got to know what's going to happen. I can't quit you now, Chantal. I'm just not ready. Miss T, thank you for the super chat, hun. Wicked Crafter says, time is up on your rental, cutie. Move on. Oh my God, that was actually a fucking banger, Wicked Crafter. Ha! Your rental is done, son, Chantal. Hey, Lauren, good to see you. What Snarky say? Oh, thank you, Auntie Gigi. Hello, Snarky. Good to see you this morning. Damn you kids. Hello. Danish Modern says, I'm fully addicted. I think about it quite often. Okay, I do. And I justify my addiction. Hey, Marie Johnson, with this shit show that we watch, Foodie Beauty, by, because I run this YouTube channel, and I'm like, well, I kind of have to watch Chantal, and I kind of have to make sure I keep AirPods on me. I got a new phone not that long ago, right? I told you guys about it. And the first week or whatever, I just had a regular screen protector, and I got to thinking, because I would be out in public, like checking my phone or whatever. I don't give a fuck what people see on there, right? But then Chantal was back in Canada and she went live. So I'm out in like Walmart trying to look at my phone, push the buggy, get what I needed. And I'm looking around to make sure. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to go back to a privacy screen. So I had to make sure that I remembered to order myself the privacy screen because of my addiction with Chantal that I justify because it was a support group. But regardless, I'm just as bad as you guys. I'm going to be watching that shit whether or not I'm running a YouTube channel or not. I'm hooked. I have been for a long time. Hello, Aaliyah. If you get real desperate, they'll still have the creamer in stock at several Targets in Louisville. I've seen the St. Matthew area, Aaliyah. But okay, fine. I'll head to Louisville this weekend and I will check out the local Targets, and I better come home with pumpkin spice creamer, okay? You guys are sending me across the bridge for this, so you better hope I find it. All right? Aaliyah, thank you for the support, hun. You've never heard of a privacy screen? Okay, so it's something that you can get for your phone or your iPad if you're not looking directly at it. So let's say somebody walks up from behind you, they can easily read what's on your screen, especially if you're somebody like Samantha. Sam has increased her like text and her icons to be like super big so she can see. Probably a lot of you guys in chat can relate to that. You get older, the eyes start to get a little wonky or whatever. And so it makes it, anybody in the background can see what the hell you're doing, who you're typing to, what your bank balance is. But if you slap yourself a privacy screen protector on there, they have them on Amazon too, by the way, nobody's going to see your shit. And I would recommend a privacy screen for anybody. They're worth it. They're not that expensive. They're like $10. Okay, anyways, we're caught up in chat. Let's go ahead and pull up this video from last night so we can laugh at it, talk about how pathetic, how desperate and sad that this woman is. Okay. Well, Ash, lucky for me, she's asleep. She's not going to know that any of this conversation happened. It is a good idea. Get you one, Manning. Hello, my sassy bear. Yeah, but thank God I'm not the only one who purchased a privacy screen protector due to Foodie. Dead ass. Because dude, people they're like, oh, why is this, like I hide it. Okay. This is not something just because I have a lot of people that gather here every day and we talk about, I'm not out here telling people anything about this. Absolutely not. Okay. Not that. Yeah. I'm not embarrassed about it, but if you don't understand, like if those people don't understand what this is about, then yeah, of course it's going to be embarrassing. They're going to think you're weird. I can't have the people out here thinking I'm weird. Privacy screen for everybody, okay? It is what it is. Don't you dare, Manning. She's sick. Leave her be. Hello, bloomers. Yaba zooming around in the minivan looking for creamer, laughing my eyes out. Beep, beep. That's exactly going to be me this weekend, bloomers. I promise you. And thank you for being a member for 42 months, son. All right. Exactly, Sassy Mama. You don't. So, you just try to just not. There's no point. Like, there's sometimes that I'll take an exception. Like somebody like Gina, for instance. That's different, She's on the mend, hippie piece. She is. She's sleeping that shit off. She's definitely sore. She said her throat is pretty sore. She said that the second and third day are supposed to be like the worst, and she's feeling it pretty hard this morning, but she's definitely doing better. She got to eat. So at least there's that. Honestly, I told my friend about Foodie and she said it was fake. Like Foodie was an actor and this was all fake for views. Nobody wants to hear that kind of negativity. No, absolutely not. I don't think so. Anyways, she can't even be bothered to title her. I'm going to start doing this myself. Foodie Beauty is live is the title of the stream. How this stream has 10,495 views is beyond me. Not only that, but if you pivot over here and look, you see I've already gave her a thumbs down. I don't care if it helps her or not. I want to make sure that she knows that I'm disliking the video. That's the only thing that makes me feel better, because inside of the YouTube Creator Studio, you can see this number. Okay, I can see how much of you little motherfuckers are out there thumbing me down. Go ahead, bitch, hit the button. It's fine, whatever. I know you're doing it out of spite, so it's okay. But this is a shocking one. 176 thumbs up. You mean to tell me that there are 176 people out there out of the 10,495 views that actually said, oh my God, this content is so good that I need to go click thumbs up. This is what makes the world a scary place. It's things like this, okay? You think it's bots joining freedom? I don't necessarily. She's too high for bots, bro. Do you think that? I know that she had somebody that was botting her live viewers. I don't think that they're botting her thumbs up. If they were botting her thumbs up, I think it would be a lot more than 176. Remember when she had like 5,000 viewers or whatever? It would be something crazy like that. Anyways, Foodie, go ahead. It's an hour and 20 minutes long. I'm going to bump her up to, I think we should start out 1.75. And if we can go up higher, we will. Chantal, my dear, you have the floor. Silence, of course. Oh my God. What happened? I mean, literally, what happened? That's the only thing I can say to you, Chantal. Like, I don't know, because I guess I've been talking for the last 53 minutes. I wasn't expecting you on camera. Can I get a warning or something, Chantal, before you flip that bad boy on? Oh my God, took my breath away. Where's your hair going? It's like your hair has left chat. Every time I see you, Chantal, on camera, you got less and less hair. Are you picking your hair? Is this like an Amber Lynn, but instead of picking like scabs on your arm, you're picking your hair out of your head? You're so stressed out about Salah and how you're going to have all of these issues in Canada that you've just been pulling what's left of your hair out of your head. I mean, at this point, I ain't even going to tell you not to do it. Just go ahead, girl. Keep going. Oh, you're not alone with that. This is absolutely the worst that she's ever looked. Yes, 1,000,000%. Look at that. Look at that amazing ponytail in the back. Look at that. It looks fantastic. You all right? Life going okay?
Thank you. Just a diet cherry Coke. He beat it. My hair looks like stick.
It's like it's like you're two-faced or something. This is bald. This side of your head's bald, and then this side of the hair, it's like it's more filled in. Have you been coloring your hair in with like marker or something? Look at this. Look at how dark and like, I don't know. And then like she just like said, fuck this. She got tired. Like her little T-Rex arms got tired after she did this side, and then she just like, fuck it. What are they gonna say?
Oh, hey, Tracy.
The bald side has scabs. Listen, Amber, I would agree with you, but she put a lot of effort to get to this situation that she's in. And that's like, when was it? I don't know if it was yesterday. We were talking about this, but Sam was reminding me, she was like, dude, she was in Syria and she begged for this life. Like, she wants to talk about how sad she is. This is the way that she should have acted when she got kicked out of Kuwait. Like, they didn't know what was going to happen. They had no idea that they were going to separate. They had no idea that she was going to be forced back to Canada. Hey, Street Carp, it just happened, right? She picked this cat up off the street and she got into a lot of trouble and she had to flee the country. This would have been the appropriate behavior in a way. It would have made more sense for that. But she's been planning on leaving Syria and divorcing Salah for like 2 months. She wanted to go home. She did not want to be in Syria. She did not have the internet that she wanted. She did not like Salah's family. She had all this time to be over this relationship and get her life together. And now that she's got what she said that she wanted, and so that's when we have to go back around to this is never what Chantal wanted. All she wanted was Salah to beg her to stay, not only beg her to stay in Syria, but also give her what she wants as far as cutting contact with his family, basically what he was willing to do in Kuwait. You're not going to tell me that Salah lost family and friends because it was because of Chantal, because I think that she made him choose. She made him choose, and she wanted him to do it again in Syria. And he said, no, I'm at a point in my life where I cannot do that again. Bertha Boyle says, can you poll the last time she she bathed, please? Old hair fibers and makeup. Bertha Boyle, yes. What should the options be? And thank you for the support, hun. She wants priority because she's still his wife. At least she thinks she is. When did Foodie bathe last? In Syria, when she got there, I don't know. This poll's gonna suck, Bertha Boyle. Whatever. Nothing from you, Manning. Yesterday. There we go. Good enough. Incoming. Thank you, Bertha. I appreciate you, girl. In Syria.
Yeah. Yeah. YouTube featured. Oh yeah, I'm just having an awful time. Awful.
I'm just having an awful time. Awful. Like what? What do you mean you're just having an awful time? Like, how are we supposed to respond to that, Chantal? Wicked Crafter says she has high priorities. Careful what you wish for. Ain't that the truth? Man, if Chantal is not a great example of that, be careful. Seriously. Take some lessons in when God's willing to present them to you, ladies and gentlemen, no matter how they come, okay? Be careful what you fucking wish for, because Chantal got exactly what she wished for. But when you think about what she got something good. She got something amazing. Can you imagine, like, let's say you find somebody in Syria and for whatever reason you leave the country, you go to Syria and you find out you're just getting scammed to hell and back. And you're like, oh my God, I gave up my life. I gave up my car. I gave up everything to come over here to Syria to be with what I thought was the love of my life. And it turns out that they're just a scammer. Now I have to go back to my homeland, start over again from nothing. But can you imagine where in Chantal's situation, it was all gifted to her? She got the ticket was gifted to her. The apartment, to get her in the apartment, was gifted to her. The rental car so she could move into said apartment was gifted to her. Like, you can't even imagine a community that's willing to help you out to that extent and get you away from the situation you were in Syria. They walked you through it, and then you sit here and you come online, and this is how you thank your community for gifting you thousands of dollars. I'm awful. I'm so awful because you know what? I want to go back. I want to go back immediately. Never mind. I'm sorry that I wasted your thousands of dollars, but Canada is just not it for me. I'd rather go to Syria, be scammed, and be surrounded by a bunch of kids and their parents who can't afford to take care of them because they're fucking losers. She's never satisfied. Exactly. Wicked Crafter, thank you for the support. Sassy Cat says a family home is fixed up. Chantal, you can move on now. Salah. Ooh. Damn. That's a fucking banger. Sassy Cat, thank you for the support, hon. I appreciate you. What Kyle say? I missed it. Hello, Arts. Props to Yaba and all the good parents in chat who appreciate their role, love their kids the right way, and don't raise people like Chantal. I mean, you have to, yeah, she's one of a kind. That's all I can say about that, Art, is that she is one of a kind. And I do stand behind to some extent that she was born a bad seed. I know this to me definitely did not help Chantel's situation in any manner by continuing to go along with her delusions, which is never good, by the way. But yeah, she definitely was born a bad seed. And thank you so much for the support, hun. Salah will never paint for the new. Oh, Salah will paint for the new wife. Yes, for sure. That new cousin wife is going to come in and get that place in tip top condition. The way that Chantel said that she was going to. She won't even recognize the joint when she goes back to stalk Salah. I promise you. It's going to be like the other women in Syria. What little we got to see of their homes, it's going to be like that, but better because Salah is going to have a lot of Chantel's money still to fix it up. Really nice. Really nice. Joanna Freedom. Oh, God. Some of y'all, some are like my stepdad. I missed something. Bertha Boyle says her impulsiveness ODD ruined her life. Yes, it definitely didn't help her situation. That's for sure. Thank you for the support, girl. Do you guys think if she was able to, she would have had or tried to have children with Salah? Polly Jean, Chantel would have about 6. Well, no, okay. I'm sorry. How many people has Chantel had sex with? There's BB, there's Peter, Dishwasher, and there's Salah. She would have 3 kids, all by all different baby daddies. She wouldn't have 4 because she would still choose to, Mark Little Pete Jr. because she doesn't really fucking like Peter. He was just a sympathy fuck, or however you want to say that. So she would have a little BB Jr., a little Dishwasher Jr., and definitely a little Salah Jr. Yes. And she would have abandoned all of those kids, and Smee would be present day raising them for sure.
Which messages? Here? Or you mean DMs? Oh. Oh. No, I haven't really been. But yeah, I will. I will, Tracy. But yeah, I'm just like awful.
I'm just awful. I don't know why. Like, just the way that she's describing her mood and her feelings, like just the words that she's using, she just sounds. Is it because she's so high that she sounds so ridiculous? I don't get it. Hey, Langley, I want to see the trash in the boxes that are building up in that apartment. You know she hasn't taken a bag of trash out. I want to see the litter box, Langley. I want to see the trash. I want to see the litter box. And here's what you need to remember, Chantel. Langley, thank you so much for the super chat and good to see you. Here's what Chantel needs to remember is that she got so many eyes on her because that's the shit that she used to show. We used to get to see the box mountain and the trash on the floor and the pigsty that she lived in. Hell, there was a couple of times that she would pivot and show us the litter box, but now she's trying to keep it all nice and tight like she did in Syria. I'm only going to stick around for so long, Chantel. I don't care how much I say I'm obsessed with you. Okay, we all have our limit, and you not showing us the trash and the cat shit piled up in the litter box is our fucking limit. Just so you know. Thank you for that, Langley. You're the voice of reason. You speak for all of us. We demand to see the trash that you're living in, Chantel. That is what makes you you. That is the part of your personality, ma'am. And without the filth that goes with you, I can't be bothered. I'll go watch Rosie roll around in her filthy fucking kitchen and drink ketchup. It doesn't hit the same, Chantel. Hey, Midwest. Good to see you, girl. Listening at work. Hugs and speedy recovery to Sam. Thank you, Midwest. Good to see you, girl. Thank you for coming in and thank you for the support. Appreciate you. Justice for cute Canadian kitten. The cat is cute.
Mentally. Maybe you can help. I'm extremely upset.
I'm extremely upset. Listen to the dramatics of it all. Mia Moore, thank you for gifting 10 the YouTube Underground memberships. Shar, Egg on Legs. Good to see you, Egg. Cozy J, Rain. Who else? Autism Mom, Violet. Modi, is it Baloney? Close enough. Pixie, hello. Welcome. Oh, my Lanta, Jersey. Did I miss anybody else? I said Pixie Cat. Welcome, new members. Please feel free to use your custom emojis in the chat.
You are more resilient and capable than you realize.
Yeah, not you, Chantal. That was for Mia. You're obviously not. Mia, thank you so much, girl. I appreciate you. Hello, K-Buns. Yeah, but do you think we could do a Rosie stream? I kind of need you panicking at eye level with the hot frying oil in her dry begging, please. I heard that she was begging for deodorant on the Twitter yesterday. That's how I get my updates. It's usually per the Twitter. And now that we do have some clip channels that are covering her, Hot Wasabi specifically, yeah. K-Buns, that's the plan. Okay, and every time I'm like, I'm going to cover Rosie, then Chantal, I don't know. We're going to, definitely for sure, okay? It's going to happen. Don't worry about it. Thank you for the support. That's all I can say. I can't promise like a day, a time, none of that. But I just know eventually one day we're going to pivot back to you, Rosie. Set tight over there with your ketchup, your 6 bottles of ketchup that are no longer. They're just no longer. Yeah.
I can't talk about it without crying, and I don't want to cry. So I'm trying to be.
I can't talk about it without crying.
I'm extremely upset. I can't talk about it without crying, and I don't want to cry. So I'm trying to be numb.
She can't talk about it without crying. That's why she's trying to be numb. Ma'am, you prepared for this moment for 2 months. 2 months. So you literally uprooted your life in Syria to go back home to Canada because you chose to do that. And you had other people pay for it. And now that you got what you wanted, you're so upset because you got what you wanted that you're numbing yourself with God only knows what. And how do you want anybody to feel about that, Chantal? Fauntleroy says, regarding the Poe, define bathe, LOL. Well, water and soap. Water and soap, Fauntleroy. You just have to go from that. Thank you for the support, hon. What is she staring at? Again, when she's looking off to the side and she's not looking at the camera and she's avoiding chat and she's doing it for the dramatics.
Like, I don't think I was ready to end my marriage. But I think it's too late now.
So you were like the little boy who cried wolf. And then you fucked around and you found out. You kept threatening that you were going to divorce Salah. You were going to go back. You were going to take your YouTube purse and you were going to go home and it was going to be done. He was going to have to financially support himself. And normally it's like, no, don't do that, cutie. Please don't go. What am I going to do for money? But now he's in a place like Syria. And to be quite honest, if he wanted to just, he doesn't have to worry about it. He's living in a home. He doesn't have rent. He doesn't have a mortgage. He really doesn't need your money the way he needed it in Kuwait, Chantal. So it's very possible that you got exactly what you've been asking for over and over and over and over. Finally. Bertha Boyle says her filters have made her loose chin definition. Bertha, thank you for the support, hon. It's like every time that Chantal goes live, we're looking at a different person. It's bizarre.
So then go away, Devil Woman. It's not your channel. So yeah. I'm just sad and grieving. I don't know. Being alone is just awful. I know I realized I wasn't happy there, but I wasn't always not happy. There must have been, And then I'm like, yeah, there's reasons I didn't want to be there. But there's, Teardrop. Hold on.
What the fuck did you just do? She got herself all worked up over the Salah shit and she had to mute and go off camera. Oh my God. She's down and out. So you know what though? When she's not live, and I think a lot of that time she's trying to she could be talking to Salah, but if he's not taking her call, then she's harassing him. She's not necessarily talking to him like I thought. Remember Butter Crumpet? We just think that she's obviously just sitting around. He's entertaining her. She's probably just making 1,000,001 phone calls and texting him around the clock, so much so she can't even go live. That is insanity. I would love to see the call log. Very good says, yet those 4 scraggly hairs on her scalp remain. Very good. Thank you for the support, hon. It's really something, isn't it? She is batshit. She really is. And you know what, though? With all of the batshit that we've seen thus far, we haven't even seen, like, if he really cuts her off, it's going to be some, you thought that Chantal shaving her head over that dishwasher situation was something. We're talking about 10 times worse than that. It's going to be crazy. Sassy Cat says he probably sold those abayas as drapes and that paid the bills for November. Probably. I wonder before Foodie left. Sassy Cat, thank you for the support. If Salah was able to have heat installed on the family home, what do you guys think? English of Virgo says she 100% expected that Pete would move in with her immediately, and so she wouldn't be alone, but he hasn't, and her own company depresses her. Sucks to suck, Chantal. Whatever made Peter, fall back on moving in with Chantal was the best thing that ever happened, because even if this whole situation in Syria goes away, she's going to do this again with somebody else. And it very well may be another person in another country, because she has shown that she is very well capable of getting on a plane, going to a country, and meeting a complete stranger. Like, she really gives no fucks. She's not scared whatsoever to do that. So she would do it again. His mom talked him out of it, thankfully. Good for her. Wicked Crafter says, ma'am, where's your neck? Forgotten in Syria. That was a banger, Wicked Crafter. Thank you for the support. Maybe that's why he's still contacting her to make sure he can get the heat installed. I don't know. Exactly, Seattle Sapphire. That explains why no matter where Foodie is, whether she's in Canada or in Syria or Kuwait or in, where does she go on vacation? Cuba. She's going to be miserable because she is who she is. And unless she changes who she is, which she never will put in the work to do that, she's going to be miserable. There's nothing that's going to make Big Back happy. And I mean nothing. Seattle, thank you for the support, hon. Night Owl, hello. She's going to have an epic meltdown. It's brewing. This was like pre-epic meltdown, Night Owl. Pre-epic meltdown. If we have 2 days in a row that Salah does not entertain Chantal, buckle up, bitches. All right. The Big Back has not made it out of bed yet. Okay. It's still early in the day. Thank you for the super chat, hun. Langley says she will have her head and her ass shaved and do it live for all of us to see. It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. When Foodie, here's what I will promise you. The support group, okay? When Foodie, and it has to be the epic meltdown, we will stop what we were doing and we will do full live coverage of said meltdown until she goes offline. I think that when she did that head shaving, wasn't that like a really, really long stream that day when she did that? I feel like it was. And it has to be like epic like that. Okay. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Langley, thank you for the support, hun.
Anyway. Oh, yeah, I did read that, Melly. Thank you. I forgot. I'm like, I did see that. Yeah, no, I know it's like over because he's just not like the same. Blames everything like on me, how I should be changing. But anyway, We did speak a lot at first, and now it's like less. Sometimes hours and hours in between.
What do you mean hours and hours in between? You signed divorce papers before you left Syria. Hours and hours in between you. So, I mean, even if you and Salah are talking, one time a day should be good enough. So what you're saying, it's like less and less. Now it's hours and hours in between. Like, oh my God. Unhinged. Yes, he's not obligated to talk to you. He's busy with his cousin wife, Chantal. And she's doing what actual trad wives are supposed to do. Unlike some big backs I know. Yeah, she's using Julia as an anchor.
It's not simple to block someone.
Yeah, actually it is.
His values are different now. Well, that's not easy to deal with. His family can be priority, but why also can his wife be? Do you know?
His wife is priority. His cousin wife. You're his ex-wife. Okay. You're the former. Okay. You're over. You signed the papers. It's done, son. You're the ex now. You need to accept that, Chantal. Quit being a bunny boiler. Wicked Crafter says, no longer asking anyone, where's your husband? Wicked Crafter, exactly. Thank you for the super chat, hun.
So anyways. I definitely.
Allah's busy making babies, okay? He's busy making babies that, according to you, he can't take care of. And according to you, that's what people in Syria do. I can find the exact quote if you need me to. But that's why he's not taking your call.
Just have moments of like panic, like, okay, now it's just you in the world. So what are you going to do?
Just you in the world, big girl. Well, I have some. Ooh, pick me. Ooh, I can help you with that, Chantal. Come on. Let me give you life advice. What are you going to do? Just you against the world, Chantal. I don't know. First of all, you might want to go ahead and take out a list of all the bills you're going to have to pay next month and go ahead and do your appropriate spending on each and every block that you're going to have. Rent, electricity, water, food, marijuana, everything else that you pay, and see what's going to be less. And then come online and have a breakdown about that. Like, we're just having breakdowns about Salah right now. We haven't even got to the meat and potatoes of this situation. That's the exciting thing of this whole, when this is over and she's more in this whatever with Salah, then she has to realize what else is about to hit her like a pile of fucking bricks. It's like a semi driving down the expressway to doing 95 miles an hour. It's about to fucking ram into a car that stopped in the middle of the expressway, Chantal. That's how life's about to hit you. And you kind of earned it.
I was just like a housewife like last week. I didn't have to worry about anything.
I was just a housewife last week. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. Housewives do housewives activities. Okay. You weren't cleaning. If you were cooking for yourself. Okay. You weren't a housewife. You were a squatter. There's a difference. You felt like you were basically deserved just to sit down and not do anything while you were in Syria because you were giving all your money to Salah. Don't act like you were really doing what a housewife would do. Not even close, ma'am. You told us about the slugs in your bathroom. You told us about the puke in the sink and the shit on the floor and the mattress. We could see how filthy that place was. And it's not because it's in Syria. It's because you were the one who was supposed to be responsible for cleaning that dump up. Thank God cousin wife is going to come over and get that shit together.
No, I don't have a fever.
I hope cousin wife makes a channel. I don't know. I like this person, whoever she is. She sounds cool.
I always have you guys. Yeah, but like what? I just want to be with Juice and...
There, right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is exactly why she is purposely not naming the cat. She just said it. She just gave you all the answer. Why haven't you named the cat? When are you naming the cat? She just gave you the answer on why she's not naming the cat. Play it again. Roll the footage.
Yeah, but like what? I just want to be with Juice and...
Yeah, but like what? I just want to be with Juice. She wants to go back with Julia. She's doing this intentional. She's doing it on purpose. She knows what she's doing. She knows the seeds that she's planting into people's heads. She knows the message that she's sending to Salah. Naming that cat would make it like almost like she's replacing Julia, which was what she was trying to do. She used this cat to do that to Salah. I got another cat. I got another house, yada, yada, yada. And now she's holding off on naming the cat because she wants to go back to Julia. And if she names the cat, then it means it's going to be permanent. It's all done intentional, is my point. So what? She wants to go back to Julia. Fuck that new cat. Fuck that new baby kitten that she just kicked the other day like a football.
I always have you guys. Yeah, but like what? I just want to be with Juice and...
Newsflash. Juice doesn't want to be with you. Juice loves cousin wife. I can promise you that much.
Anyways. Thanks, guys. Hello. I know, right?
Julia is the new CPAP. Yes, exactly. When did Foodie last or bathe last? 52% says when she got there, 46% say in Syria, and only 2% believe out of 1,200 votes that Chantal showered yesterday. Thank you for your participation in the shit show of a poll that was. Appreciate you guys. My vote would be, I think that more than likely she showered when she got there. I don't know. But yeah, after that, she hasn't showered since. I don't think that she showered since she got there. I think after her traveling and more than likely when she was in her hotel, and I could be wrong about that, but I don't think she's showered since. Hello, Grime Time. Good to see you. Come on, use a tissue, cutie. She's going to shoot snot rockets, Grime Time, and you need to let it happen. And thank you for being a member for 20 months. Snot rocket, Canadian snot rockets. Oh, I feel like everything when we're talking about Chantal, you got to slap Canadian in front of it. It just makes it even more funnier. I don't know why. I love Canada though. Some of it. Mia Moore says, so when are we going to get the new CPAP rescue? Payday. Payday. If she's going to do the new CPAP rescue, it's going to be after payday where then she can afford a ticket to fly to Syria, to then find her way to the Syrian home, to then knock on the door and demand cousin wife give her hand over Julia immediately. So payday, Mia Moore. Just sit tight until then. And thank you for being a member for 37 months.
Yeah, do you hear her purring? The sickness sounds a bit better. Yeah. Thank you. I mean, yeah, I'm feeling a bit better that way. Hey, Laurel.
No, she has her CPAP on me. We're referring to Julia as basically the new CPAP rescue. I think she has her. Yeah, she has her CPAP machine. We would already be hearing all about it if she didn't.
Maybe. I don't know. We always think about you when you're not here. Yeah, it's totally different being alone.
Hey, Izzy.
Yeah, Katrina. Hey, Scrape. Hi. Did you guys see her? I didn't get any food. No.
Do you guys hear that? She's so depressed, she's not eating. That's how you know it's bad. She's so depressed, she's claiming she's not eating. She's not even eating her feelings. That's what she wants you to believe, Manning. Again, it's all for the dramatics. You hear that, Salah? You hear that, Souvenir? You've got your little cutie over here so upset. She's not even eating. What do you want? Do you want her to starve to death? You better pick up the phone. Pick up the phone, Salah. Answer, or cutie's going to starve. You know, like when kids are little and they refuse to eat their dinner and they're like, I'll just starve until I get my way. That's basically what's happening right now with Chantal. I wonder if she has over here in the corner where she keeps looking, if she has like some kind of little fold up table in Salah's picture, and that's what she keeps staring at.
We talked like once. To
Remember that story Chantal told when she was younger, how she had that poster of some dude, like when she was like 16 and she made out with the poster? Do you think she's repeating that now as a 41-year-old woman with her ex-husband covering her apartment in Salah photos? Probably. Exactly, missing mimic. Mia Moore says, correction, she's not eating on camera. Yes, exactly. Thank you for the super chat, hon.
today, teardrop. And he never, ever usually just like ignores my messages. And like sometimes I'll message him and be like, I'm struggling.
And sometimes, look at the sad face. Aw, cutie, I just want to give you a little hug and pinch your little cheeks. I'll be there for you, Chantal. You can count on us. Hello, Seer. She's obsessing about what he's doing. You can see her mind running on what's her next move is when she's looking to the side. I know. And whatever it is, if he doesn't like give her the green light to return to Syria, or his family doesn't, it's gonna be wild. Like, I'm kind of excited. This is kind of like when we were preparing for Chantal to go to Canada, and we were all getting ourselves all hyped up and excited and talking about the content and what's going to happen and how long she's going to be there. Well, now that she's here, we're already talking about what's going to happen if she goes back. If Salah doesn't let her go back, it's going to be wild. Thank you for the super chat, hon. You're lucky I have the energy for this, Chantal. I'm a little twitchy, but that's okay. Hey, Badussi, good to see you, girl. Thank you so much for gifting the YouTube Underground membership. Who got it? Oh, yes. So welcome, new member. Thank you, Badussi. Good to see you, girl. Zebracorn says, very late, patient in crisis. Miss anything good? I feel like it's been a banger. I've been talking to you. Have I not been talking to you, Zebracorn? Or am I dreaming? Am I making shit up? Oh, God. I probably need to get that checked out. Well, yes, definitely worth the tap back in 2 times speed. Banger for sure. And thank you for the support, hon. Good to see you. Wicked Crafter says, a portrait of Salah and a hubcap of rice. Exactly. Wicked Crafter, exactly. Thank you for the super chat. Shelly Ray says, she looks to me like she's slimming down. Just kidding. Also, I can smell her through the screen. Yeah, you better follow up with something good after that, Shelly Ray. We got our eyes on you after that one. Are you kidding me? Slimming down after starvation? She wishes. Thank you for the support, hun. I can't feel bad for a child exploiting animal abuser. That's right, Loosey Goosey. No sympathy whatsoever. None, zip, zero, Chantal. Sympathy has left the chat. Teaspoon says she probably has his face on a pillow and upset. I'm sorry, like immediately I got the visual. Was it just me? Am I the only one after I read that I immediately got the fucking visual of Chantal humping the pillow? That's absolutely fucking insane. Teaspoon, you're probably right, though. And thank you for the support. Is that how you're burning your calories, Chantal? Humping Salah's pillow? Disgusting. Mia Moore says she's so bald we can see what's on her mind. Oh, my God. Oh, the jokes write themselves at this point. Mia Moore, that was a fucking banger. Thank you for the support, hun. Bertha Boyle says if she tries to smuggle herself, could be the last we see her. Well, thank God for Rosie. Rosie's always going to be my backup plan. I feel like a no good, dirty, rotten, stinking, cheating husband or something where like, if anything ever happens to my wife, I got a backup plan, ready to go on deck. That's my Rosie. It is what it is. Bertha Boyle, thank you for the support, hun. Clarissa says the amount of manipulation is incredible. It's about winning for her. She doesn't miss him at all. She just has to win. Dude, really? That's it. Like you just put it all together. That's really what this is about. It's a competition for Chantal. She feels like in her mind, she lost against Salah's family. And it was the same way with Dishwasher. The situation was identical. And it's like that with everything in Chantal's life. Like she needs to walk away the winner. She doesn't care about Salah like that. Like we've said that for a long time. But yes, she has to win. That was a fucking banger. Seriously, Clarissa. And thank you for the support, hun. Yeah, failed narcissism for sure. Who thinks there's sperm everywhere on that Syrian couch? Oh, for sure. On the Syrian couch and in the cousin wife. That's so funny. You gotta be a weird bitch to think that men will chase this pathetic, super depressed, without you shit. People want partners who thrive. You bring nothing to the table other than a measly fucking YouTube paycheck, Chantal. Literally, that's it. Other than that, you are the burden. And that's saying a lot, considering your situation with Salah. Out of that relationship, quote unquote relationship, you were the burden out of the two. Even though he was using you for your YouTube money, you still became the burden out of the relationship. You bring nothing to the table. Absolutely nothing. You're humiliating. You're embarrassing. You're mean. You're hateful. You're a manipulator. You're a narcissist. You're all of those things bundled into one, and you think you deserve a husband to abandon his family so he can stay at home and smell your fucking gunty farts. Make that make sense. Like the level of entitlement and delusion that this woman suffers with needs to be studied. Needs to be studied. Art, thank you for the support, hon. Rojo says Shmi knew this was going to happen. That's why she said, I'm out. Absolutely, Rojo. Absolutely 1,000,000%. Love you too, girl. And thank you for the support. I think even her aunt, that's why when Chantal was talking about coming back to Canada, her aunt was like, you need to go get evaluated. You need to go get your mental health checked out like immediately. And Chantal, according to her, was like, you're right. Absolutely. I need to go have it checked out because her family has already talked about when Chantal comes back to Canada, you all know what's going to happen. She's going to end back up in Syria. That's why they were telling her you need to be seen immediately. Monica, it's your birthday. Yes, girl. Congratulations on making it another year. Look at you.
Good for you.
Happy birthday, hun. Rojo, thank you for the super chat. Seattle says he will let her back with strict conditions. I definitely think it's a possibility. I'm not really sure what I think is going to happen yet. I don't think that Salah is necessarily ready to walk away from Chantal, but his family could be making it very difficult for him to where he doesn't have a lot of options. So with that being said, they might possibly keep him away from her. But again, that doesn't mean that she won't necessarily end up in Syria. How this plays out in the next week or so, you all realize we have 7 days until YouTube payday. 7 days she's bound to make a move. So the next 2 weeks should be pretty interesting. Let's see where things go until then. Seattle, thank you for the support, hun. Sassy Cat said, let's break it down. She wants comfort of Canada and to still have him give her attention and call her wifey. Sorry, cutie. It don't work like that. Not anymore. You're not in Kuwait. And who does she have to thank for that situation that happened in Kuwait? Is it Salah that did that? I mean, I guess it's to be debated, right? But at the end of the day, Chantal, it was you with your defiance and refusal to listen to the people who were trying to give you good advice in your chat, whether they be supporters or haters, when they told you, put that fucking cat down, Chantal. The cats, leave them on the streets of Kuwait. You can't just take the cats off the street. And you were bound and determined to take, not only were you going to take that cat off the street, you were exploiting it so you could put money in yours and Salah's pocket so you could eat it. And look what happened. Look where that situation if that situation would have never happened in Kuwait, we would not be here where we are today. And that is so weird when you think about it, because damn, dude, It feels like it's been so long since we've been in the Kuwait content. That was miserable. Like, it got somewhat entertaining when she started to drive the car and go out or whatever. But man, when she was in that apartment and she was just sitting on the floor and eating, it was god awful. So you got to wonder, if this would have not happened, is that the content that we would still be watching today? Will Shmi have her over for Christmas festivities? Lauren, if she's still in Canada, obviously she'll extend the invite. But if Chantal is still in Canada at that time, which who knows, I don't think that she'll go. But number one, she doesn't have a car. That means somebody would have to pick her up. Can you imagine? And somebody will have to come and scoop Cutie up because she sold her car for money to eat in Kuwait. She's too poor to get herself another car. Pick her up and drop her off at Smee so she can enjoy Christmas festivities. I'm sorry, but that is exactly what this woman deserves after everything that she's done. Remember when you exploited Sasa, Cutie, and then you gunted off to Doha and you had yourself a vacation where you literally ate yourself sick. You had to come back home to Syria and Salah had to take you to the emergency room like immediately. Do you remember when that happened? Oh my God, that is some good shit. That's so, as boring as this content gets, right? Especially recently with Chantal slobbering out the side of her mouth and you can't understand what she's saying. It's not that boring. You just got and that's like, there's payoff for sticking through the boring parts. Then you get to the good shit, like Chantal eating so much that she makes herself sick and she has to be admitted into the hospital. And it's not the first time that has happened. I remind you when she ate all the cheese and Bibi then had to take her to the emergency room for, was it constipation or something? Like, God only knows. Anyways, back to you, Chantal.
I feel like he doesn't care anymore. Like, we talked like once today, teardrop. And he never, ever usually just like ignores my messages. And like sometimes I'll message him and be like, I'm struggling. I feel like he doesn't care anymore.
What is he supposed to say to that? Because you're struggling. Is he the one that said, according to Chantal and Salah, this has all been done by Chantal herself. He wasn't the one that went to her and said, you got to go. Even after she treated his family the way that she did, they've never said that this was Salah's decision. That Salah said, because I can't control my emotions and my mental health is so bad that I got to get the fuck out of here and go back to Canada. No, she has said from jump that this is all her decision. So now that you got what you wanted and you got the money that you needed to make it happen, now you're calling him to tell him that you're unwell because you're in Canada where you wanted to go. And what is he supposed to say? Come back home. I miss you, babe. Let's make this work. Are you insane? Don't answer that.
So anyway, I guess I know where I stand, right? Charter a bus. You just want a piece. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't reminded you guys, but we are doing a giveaway today. So if you have not left a comment on yesterday's stream, make sure you do that, okay? Leave your comment. And today's, I was planning on doing the emotional pickle tumbler giveaway, but it was busy yesterday. It was really a lot going on. We had basketball practice, picking Sam up from the hospital, cooking everybody dinner. I just didn't get to it. So today's giveaway is going to be, if you're in the United States of America, it's going to be your pick of a tumbler or a wax melt. Or if you're outside of the United States, you get a sticker pack and a postcard. Okay. So just make sure you leave your comment. And then tomorrow we'll do a giveaway too. So after this stream ends, leave a comment and hopefully I'll have the tumbler ready to go by then.
Hi. So there's that. Anyways. Hey, Katie. ponytail. It's so greasy and ugly. Thanks, Teardrop. Hello, Melly. Hello, Visa.
I feel like we've created a character that more than likely doesn't even exist, but it's so funny. Salah's new woman will always be known as cousin wife.
Beast pants.
Egg on legs. She had something repaired on her neck. Again, I don't know exactly what it's called. People in chat do, but she's recovering. Somebody else said something. She's like Sling Blade when super high. Yeah, I know. Got some of them biscuits. Mm-hmm. Street Carp, thank you so much for gifting 10 of the YouTube Underground memberships. I appreciate you, hun. Holy shit. Hold on. Let me circle back to you, Street Carp. Scotch. Is it Malo Coffee? Close enough. I had weight loss surgery in 2023, but going on the jab today to try to lose the rest. Hell yeah. When I call it that, no one understands what the fuck I'm talking about. I know, random. Really? They don't know what the jab is? Because they're not cool yet. You got to put them on game. You got to make people cool. Like when people in your life don't understand what the jab is, and you're like, yeah, the jab, the fat shot. And they're like, oh, yeah. So then they start calling it the jab. And then they look really cool because they're calling it the jab. And that's how the shit works. Thank you for being a member for 20 months, hon, and good luck with that. Cousin wife ain't food poisoning in everyone. Exactly. Street Carp, thank you for gifting 10 the YouTube Underground memberships. Too Many Sodiums, Tracy Moore, Maria Drop, Katniss. Damn it. Got some of them biscuits. Sarah, Boone Berries, Ode Wrinkly Wiener, Stump Jumper, Jojo, Katniss. Welcome, new members. And a word from our sponsor.
Your positive attitude is a game changer in any situation.
Hell yeah. That's right. That's why we got to stay positive. That's always my advice to my kids. Okay. You want to know how to handle most situations? Stay positive. If you're positive, what the fuck can go wrong? You see how we're reacting to this train wreck of a shit show over here? Does it sound like we're being negative Nancy's and all outraged? No, it's a good fucking time. All right. Stay positive, bitches. Street Carp, thank you so much, hon. Hello, Dynamite. Thank you so much for upgrading your membership to official support group member. Appreciate you, girl. Cousin wife will make coffee for guests. Yeah. Oh, Fatness, thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, cousin wife will not vomit in the sink, Chantal. We're going to make a list of all the things that cousin wife will and will not do just for you. And then we're going to email it to you.
Yeah. Anyways. Fresh air. Hey, do teardrop. No, Tiffany. No snow right now. I don't look at how hot I am with my hair fibers. I think I'm alone now.
I wonder if Chantal is a side sleeper, and that might explain the difference of the top of the head. Maybe she sleeps on this side, right? And can you imagine? She's obviously not showering. You can look at her and tell, right? So one side of the head is darker than the other. And don't trust and believe she doesn't have hair up here. It's not like she's bald here and has hair here. No. This is hair fibers like packed down, and they've been there and they've melted down. She sweated them down. It's grease mixed in. Ugh, it's a whole thing, right? Well, at nighttime, I'm going to assume she sleeps on this side, and this is probably where her head lays on her pillow. So where all this went to, instead of it still being on her head like this side, is on her pillow. Could you imagine what the way her pillow and bed has to smell and look at this point? It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Celestial Mystique says cousin wife will use a ladle for soup only. Yeah. Chantal, exactly what God intended it for, okay? Celestial Mystique, thank you for the support. Appreciate you. Crystal says also, this might be slightly parasocial, but the mom I imagine you to be is the one I want to be. Aw, daughter just turned 8 months. You are fierce. That was so sweet of you, Crystal. Thank you. I'm not perfect, but I'm not doing too bad. Thank you for the support, hon, and saying that. Formerly Grandpa Joe, thank you so much for joining memberships. Formerly Grandpa Joe, huh? I guess we're never going to have that again. Thank you for joining the official support group. I appreciate you, girl. You just commented the same thing. Oh, about the hair fibers being on our bedding. Ugh. Take her home says, imagine your life being so empty and sad that you feel that one of, if not your only option, is to live in Syria with a pathetic man that cheats on you and a family that low-key hates you. I mean, like, there's levels to this shit. Take her home. You make a great point here. Like, it's bad enough that you meet somebody after 2 days and you move to the Middle East and be with them, and then you give them all of your money. So you basically are broke other than what they're willing to feed you with said money. And then they got the fucking balls to cheat on you too. So not only are you giving a scammer all of your money, but it's still not enough for them. They're still not satiated with that, Chantal, that it's still not enough, that they still need to find love in other places. And that is a prime example of not, you cannot buy love. Like, it's just not a fucking thing. Take her home. Thank you for the support, hun. I think the hijab ruined the hair she did have. Probably. Rage, more rage. All right. Thank you so much for gifting one the YouTube Underground membership. Who got it? Damn it. I lost it. Welcome, new member. Oh, Stephanie. There you go. All right. Cousin wife doesn't drool. Look at all what the cousin wives doesn't do in chat. It's fucking hilarious. God, we're a good time over here. Cousin wife loves it the most. I bet that cousin wife can fill that 2 inches. There's that, Chantal.
Hello, Coco. Basement of yard. It's a nice house. Yeah, New Vegas is good.
Yeah, Sura. The cousin wife follows proper hygiene, Chantal. Okay? Cousin wife is getting rid of the slugs in Salah's family home's bathroom. Mm-hmm. Sura, thank you for the support, hon.
Hi, Sophia. It's just really hard. I feel panicky and alone. Like, I want to get the hell out of here. Hi. Oh my goodness. What? You hear? What?
Oh my God, look at the cat. Why, Chantal? Because now I feel the need that we need another cat. Just, look at how cute the cat is. Oh my God. I'm sorry, but this is the cutest cat that she's had thus far. I'm sorry to all the other cats. They're cute too, but this is the cutest. It is. Oh, Jazzy says she doesn't have bedding. She said she needs to get it. Is she raw dogging the mattress and the pillows? Oh my God, she would. Wasn't she supposed to get that yesterday? I do remember hearing that. So she's been sleeping with her unwashed ass, unwashed hair on her bed, her actual mattress and her pillow. That's disgusting. Thank you for the super chat, hun. Oh, and she absolutely bought that cat. She just doesn't want to say it. The $300 that she claims that she spent at the pet store was the $300 she spent on the cat. And the way that she describes the place that she got the cat from was absolutely I guess you would call it a backyard breeder. There are responsible breeders out there. People have their opinions, but it's a thing, right? You got to do your research. But Chantal, she talked about how bad the place. Did I actually rescue this cat for real? Yeah, and then you turned over $300 to those people.
But he's pink.
And that's more than likely what she wanted the male cat for. She would have went and got the brother to that cat and then probably mated them so she could sell them too. She's like, I got a backup plan if YouTube goes south. Don't you worry about it. I'm going to breed brother and sister kittens. Tamara says, happy Friday, guys. She doesn't deserve that baby. No, she doesn't. That cat is adorable. It makes me want to get another one. It's just like seeing babies. I get the same feeling. And then I'm like, yeah. Tamara, thank you for the super chat, hun.
She's so loving now. No, we're not blocked. Her little face.
Oh my God.
What do you want your name to be? I know.
You see what the kitten's doing in the background? Oh my God.
Oh.
Cancer Warrior tagged me on this clip on Twitter. I know this has to be it. Now look. Bitch, where's my thing? Where's my screenshot thing at? Oh my God, it's already happening. Look at the look on the kitten's face when she's getting a whiff of Chantel's breath. Holy hell. Look at the cat looking at Chantel, would you? Seriously. Drama Beat says the cousin wife has a clean, reachable kitty. Well, there's that bitch. Thank you for the super chat. That cat is like, oh my God, your breath is so hot. Get it out of my face right now. Let's watch and see what happens. Did you see it? I'm sorry. Let me slow it down. Normal speed, anyways.
Oh.
Oh, if a cat thinks your breath smells bad, Chantal, let me tell you something. You got some rank shit going on in that mouth.
Oh.
Look. Ew! Look at the cat trying to get away from her face. That is hilarious. Her other cats did the same thing. The Julia, when Julia would get in Chantel's face like that, she would do the same exact thing. Get a whiff, kitty.
Oh.
Like, oh my God. Smells like you've been eating frozen diarrhea, bitch. Get out of my face. I'm dead. Oh my
She's my
God.
purpose.
Look at the cat, dude.
You're very popular now. Eh? Yes. When I got her, she was hiding cramped up in the toilet. She would never.
And the fact that she has this personality, like you get to see when she was scared, I mean, you really didn't get to see her personality, but now we're seeing her on camera and we're seeing her back there doing her little biscuit dance or whatever, making her biscuits. Oh my God. I feel like we need to rescue the other cats, you know? I mean, maybe we can, call in some troops or whatever and rescue the other ones that they still have available.
Thank you, Donkey.
Mimic, how am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to watch the most adorablest kitten in the fucking world sitting back there making biscuits and just pretend like it's not happening? I'm too weak for that. Okay? I'm pretty fucking tough when it comes to everything else, but what do you want from me? It's a kitten. It's making biscuits. It's a Christmas scene back there.
Donkey, she doesn't love to be picked up. Oh, hi. I know. She's that perfect looking, isn't she?
You don't deserve
She's
her.
making biscuits. And she was just shy.
Oh, too late. I'm attached. No, and she's being a motherfucker and she won't even name the cat because she wants to go back to Julia. No, she doesn't deserve that cat. Sammy in Brooklyn, thank you for being a member, hun. Ugh. It's just a baby, too.
Hey, puppy.
Look at it.
The kid outside.
Oh.
Oh. Don't bite me. You gonna bite me?
Yeah. Langley, hold on. The cat is saying, bitch, my shit smells better than you. It probably smells like the fucking litter box in Chantel's mouth. I know that her breath is rank by the way that the animals react. I can't help it, Joanna. I seriously can't. Like, what do you want for the cat, Chantel? Okay, what do you want? Langley, thank you for this support, hun.
Yeah, dragonfly.
Oh my God, look at it.
Kern. Yeah. I just let her come to me.
That's not how that toy works. That's not how it works. You hold it and you dangle it and you play with the kitten. You don't give the cat the toy. This is going to be really hard.
I give her a lot of attention. Don't I? All day. Oh, you want some treats? Want some treats? Here. Ew, they smell. Hey, guys. Hey, Pierre. No, not the cat names again. But yeah, sometimes I just randomly go live because,
Yeah, I could have skipped it. You're not wrong. I guess I probably should, but damn, did you just see it? It was adorable. How could I even skip through it? Okay, no more cat content. Fine. Fuck, she got me on that one. It was almost like I was paralyzed. I couldn't even hit the button to skip it forward.
hey, Prissy. Go out where? It's 6:30. And go out where? Alone. I miss being passenger princess. I just have to get used to a new reality that's really hard. That's all.
So now you're in a place where you could get your own car, drive to wherever you want to go, don't have to depend on anybody else, and you miss having to depend on Salah to take you to what? The doctor and to get food. You want to be a passenger princess, Chantal?
Thanks, David.
Normally, when you're a passenger princess, you're driving around in your man's car or woman, whoever, right? Real nice car. They paid for it. You didn't have to pay for any of that, but that was a car that you bought. Even the gas inside of the car you bought and paid for. So I don't know if I would really consider that being a passenger princess. A lot goes into that.
Hey, Truth Fairy. Yes.
To be fair, you paid for that service.
Hey, Nora.
Yeah, zebra corn. Yeah, I know. But I know it's hard on a lot of people. I should have skipped past it. But damn, that was just so adorable. And I probably shouldn't have watched it because now I want a fucking cat. Now we don't need another cat. Zebra corn, thank you for the support, hon. That's just life. Plute says, it just dropped in to say that beautiful kitty deserves a better human. I have 2 rag dolls, and I think this little gal is one too. Sad to see her with this beast. It really is, Plutes. And it's sad to think about where she's going to end up. I mean, it could be bad either way. Chantal, if she goes back to Syria, is she going to do the right thing for the cat? I don't know. More than likely, no. If Chantal doesn't leave and she keeps the cat, She's definitely not going to win in that situation. It sucks all the way around. But she has to do that shit out of spite. Could you imagine taking on a responsibility like a cat for life just to spite people on the internet? That's fucking bonkers. Plutes, thank you for the super chat, hun. Hello, Justice. I hope the kitty craps in her CPAP. Well, yes, I do believe that would be fucking hilarious, Justice. But do you remember when we caught Chantal one time and you could see the look on her face and the action that she was doing. It looked like she was physically assaulting the cat, if you guys remember. And I believe that time it was either for stealing her chicken or scratching the cat. So whereas I do think that would be funny, I think Chantal very well possibly could be abusive towards animals, especially if they start fucking with her shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. Thank you for the support, hun.
I'm glad for you, Sophia. That's awesome. It's like 6:30 p.m. It gets pretty dark early here. Be happy. Get some dinner. Appreciate that, guys. Thanks. Yeah. Anyway. Call her sharp. Oh, you love resistance now? Yes. It's just like, what kind of purpose can somebody with like nobody hardly in their life? What can I do?
You're not making any sense. What kind of purpose can somebody with hardly nobody in their life? What? Say it again.
Like nobody hardly in their life.
You chose that life. You've had people, and I don't know why these people still stick around with you. I don't care if they're fucking family or not. You have people to this day. If you called them to ask them to do something, they probably would. A lot of that is your family. Then there's Pete's. I don't know if anybody else outside of that would entertain you, but you act like you don't have. There are people out there who literally are in that situation to where they have nobody, no family members, no friends, nobody. They are truly, truly alone, Chantal. You are not alone. You might be alone right now, but you're choosing to be alone. You still have people if you wanted people in your life. What you want to say is because you're not with Salah. So you need to be clear about that.
What can I do?
You're saying that you don't have purpose without a man in your life. Do you know how absolutely pathetic that sounds? And how are you going to find a man when that's the kind of outlet that you have on life? What kind of person in their right mind would want to be with somebody like that? Hello, Canada Cool. Yeah, but what if she goes back on spur of the moment and just abandons that sweet baby out in the cold Canadian winter? Well, Canada Cool, the only thing that I could say about that the poor kitten will have on her side, and that's not to say that it would happen, but she's a baby. Obviously, she's getting socialized with Chantal, so hopefully somebody will pick her up before anything happens. And she looks to be like a certain breed of cat. When you have cats and dogs and they look like a breed that people want, they're more than likely to be picked up before just like mixed animals, like a mutt or something. That's the only thing I can hope for. Canada Cool. Maybe setting her outside would be the best thing that could happen. Let another family pick her up and take her in. Thank you for the support, hun. Very good says, I miss being a passenger princess. Boo fucking who? Exactly. Very good. We don't care. Thank you for the super chat.
How's Julia? He showed me a picture of her yesterday. But today, nothing. What can I do? How's Julia? He showed me a picture of her yesterday. But today, nothing. I mean, like, why would he be cruel? Like, did you actually ever care about me if, like, I message you and tell you over and over that I'm struggling and you don't even care enough to answer that?
Weren't you the one being cruel, saying, going live publicly on your YouTube channel, saying things like, if anything happens to me, it was them? To a family who you claim have been nothing but nice and welcoming to you, who have cooked you dinners, who even after all that happened, send you off to back to Canada with a nice party and a nice meal and had you in their home, in their kitchen. I would say that that's being cruel to somebody. I would say that's being cruel, Chantal. Because Salah is not messaging you back because you're saying you're mentally unwell. Well, you chose this. Again, Wicked Crafter says Kitty looks like chocolate ragdoll. They have special grooming needs. Oh God, to keep their skin healthy. I miss my Maggie doll, and this breaks my heart. Wicked Crafter, you're not going to tell me she's got that cat. She hasn't. The poor kitten hasn't even had his first vaccinations. So as far as like groomer or anything like that, she is basically saying she's incapable of taking care of herself without Salah there to drive her to where she needs to go, to be the passenger princess. She's not going to be able to survive. So how is this woman going to be able to take a cat to a vet, to a groomer, to anything else? She's telling you she's not going to be able to. I think two of the things he requested she not change is not streaming so often and not eating on camera. I think this is that. Really, Miss Ann? But what would be the reason for that? Wicked Crafter, thank you for the support, hon. Hey, Missy.
Like, thanks, Millie. Even when I feel better, what the hell am I supposed to answer that? Message you. Did you actually ever care about me if, like, I message you and tell you over and over that I'm struggling and you don't even care enough to answer that? Like,
that's what she considers cruel. This woman signed divorce papers, went back home to Canada. This man sounds like he's moving on, and she considers that cruel that he will not respond to messages that she's claiming that she's sending him over and over and over and over. That's not cruel, Chantal. Honestly, cutting communication would be the smartest thing for him to do. Will he do that? I doubt it. Because if he would do that, the breakdowns, the meltdowns, they'd be a lot worse than this.
thanks, Millie. Even when I feel better, what the hell am I going to do? Go to a museum? Yeah. Yeah.
I think the situation with Salah is a lot the same as dishwasher. More than likely, wouldn't Salah probably be on Foodie's phone plan? Is she paying his phone bill? Is she seeing who he's talking to, who he's texting? And I mean, I know that she's back in Canada now, but what do you think about that? Yeah, museums is a great idea. He's balls deep in cousin wife. Well, then who's paying for Salah's phone bill so she can stay in communication? You think he is?
Yeah. Well, I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. Hey, Nina. Okay. For the sake of juice. He said he's going to be single for the next year at least.
Who would put some kind of time frame on how long they're going to be single? How does he know? I'm going to be single for at least a year before I marry my cousin wife. Don't you worry about it, Chantal. Just keep the YouTube coin rolling in, girl.
But he's ignored me a lot today.
Yeah, he said he was going to be single for a year, but he's ignored me a lot today. So that probably means he's out with his cousin wife for sure.
Thank you, Chantal. I was unhappy, but maybe I took it for granted.
Seek help immediately. Seek help.
Yeah, that's true, Witchy.
Chantal, you were screaming in the Syrian family home.
Don't talk to me!
That's when you, according to you, went live and you had it unmuted and we got to hear you talking to Salah.
Don't talk to me!
Maybe we need to go back and watch that video where you had the meltdown and you were accusing the family of wanting to murder you, just to have a little refresher of why you left Syria in the first place. And also, since you've been back on Canadian soil, you had said, pretty sure I could quote you, he became more abusive when we moved to Syria. So basically what you were saying is that he was already abusive in Kuwait, but once you moved to Syria, the both of you together, he became more abusive. Right. Okay. Is that what you're saying you took for granted? That?
What, honey? What? What? No name yet. Never be. Unfortunately, shower and a tea will never be a remedy.
A shower and a tea will never be a remedy. That's so fucking pathetic. I don't think there's anybody I've ever met in life to where if they didn't feel good or if they had a hard day or a bad day, that a shower wouldn't make them feel better.
Unfortunately. Oh, it's okay. Like what? She's a fluffball. I'm not sure if I want a husband.
Oh my God.
Like, no, I just can't think of a name.
Foodie, I'm going to be really honest and I'm going to give you some really good advice right now. Somebody in your condition trying to date with everything being considered, hygiene included, you dating is dangerous. Do you understand what that means? Plut says, what happened to your mental health is not my problem. Karma is a bitch. Yeah, good one, Plutz. Exactly. Thank you for the super chat, hun. You out here dating anyone is super dangerous. Seriously, the kind of men that you're going to attract are going to be the worst of the fucking worst. What man or woman would want to be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't wash and take showers and wash their hair and shit on themselves and is just a fucking complete glutton? Fuck around and find out, I suppose.
That's all.
I just can't even believe that you would even entertain getting married whatsoever in your condition.
I really don't have like a reason behind it.
Sunshine worse. And I know that's pretty bad, but I think in her condition, in her state, we're even talking even worse.
Yeah. I know. Hi. Thank you.
Does she come back on camera? I don't remember. Yeah, she does.
Dolly Parton. Maple Timbit. No. Hi. No, he was getting married. Well, I didn't say that. No, he was getting married.
Oh, so now she's going to completely deny that Salah's getting married and having children. Not shocked. Canadian shuffle it back, Chantal. Well, and that also was a choice. Damn you, kids. If she needed to be by somebody, why would you move an hour away from your family and friends?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be like that. She is too cute.
Damn, the camera almost fell, guys. Did you see that?
But she's a piece of whoa. What are you doing? What? Yeah, I was watching Welcome to Derry, but I have to catch up. No. I mean, I haven't moved on. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm in another country. Rooney? No, you're not a Rooney. No, you're not. I'm so afraid she's gonna wait while she's wheezing. Okay. Hi. Hey. Year two. Yeah, but I'll probably be unhappy year two. Hi, honey.
Okay, let me explain to you what this stream has been about. This is Foodie having a tantrum because Salah's not messaging her back with pictures of Julia. He's not acknowledging that she's in a bad place and she still has not got the green light to go back to Syria and live in the family home. That's basically what she's like. Well, here are my options. I can stay here in Canada and not be happy and be miserable, or I can go to Syria and not be happy and still be miserable, but at least still have access to Salah. And that is how she's going to sell herself on going back to Syria. But first, she has to get Salah because this has played out completely different than it has in the past. Okay. She's used to, her power move of going to Canada and have him, come back, let's be together, love bomb, all that shit. That didn't happen this time. So, and what we're seeing with Chantal, like her behavior, it's a lot different than we've seen with Dishwasher. Like it was just flat out fucking meltdowns with Dishwasher. This is a little bit different. And yeah, again, I do agree that she's on a lot of drugs, whatever it may be. But I think that this blow to the ego, her narcissistic ego has really taken a hit. And she's so like stunned by it. She doesn't even know how to react. She doesn't know what to say. Like her normal instinct would kick in and she would go right to the internet and start running off at the fucking mouth. I mean, she started to do that in Syria. And now she's like, well, I really want to go to Syria, though. That's really where my heart, it really wants to go to Syria. So I better be on my best behavior to some kind of extent because I really want the invite to go to Syria. And so you're watching her. It's like foaming at the mouth almost because she has so much to say. And it's not going to be nice. It's all going to be bad and all the bad things he's done and the nerve of you, motherfucker. I've given you all my money and you won't let me come back to Syria. Like that's what she wants to say. She's busting at the seams to keep that shit in. How long is she going to be able to keep that down in her gut without just coming on here and fucking word vomiting everything that she is holding back? If he doesn't give in soon and at least return text, phone calls, she's going to blow. She is going to blow. And that, like, listen to her talk about needing to be numb kind of explains because she's taking a hit. Like we got a fatty that's down and out. She's taking a hit, a big hit. So she has to numb her pain.
Oh, divorce is awful. It's not easy. You have to try so hard to keep yourself sane together. Yeah. Hi.
You know what, DK? I think so too. I think he'll make right when he needs to, but it's never going to be as I do think the Salah is going to give in to some extent, but he's never going to be able to give Chantal what he was able to give Chantal in Kuwait. Do you know what I'm saying? Like those days are long gone. He just can't. But will he give in as much as he can? Yes.
Yeah. Oh, nice, Dawn. Sounds good, Angel Fly. All her emails are. Well, hello.
Exactly, Guppy. It's not what's best for Salah. It's what's best for his family. She will always lose. Money or not, the juice ain't worth the squeeze with this bad egg. No Syria for cutie. Oh, is that your final answer, Guppy? We shall see. Again, we have a little bit over a week because once I don't know that she'll necessarily leave on payday, but still within the next week, we should have answers to our questions. We shall see. And we need to do some kind of like, you know, betting poll, but not like actual betting. I don't know. I have to figure out something before the fucking 7 days are up. Guppy, thank you for being a member, hun. Street Carp says Chantal doesn't see the men in her life as partners. She sees them as property. Exactly. That's why she's having such a hard time with this. She's like, I've given you and your family so much, and you won't even like send me like pictures of Julia, and you won't like, answer my text around the clock. And I just, wow, you belong to me. I've paid for you. Okay. You've been on layaway for 36 months at this point. All right. You're paid off, buddy. Street Carp, thank you for being a member, hun. Bertha Boyle says his fam might feel in danger with a 500-pound white loud mouth Canadian around. I would. I mean, I would imagine she would make anybody feel uncomfortable for sure, especially when she starts acting unhinged. And there was a word that she used to describe her behavior. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, wow, you're not embarrassed? If Salah was to say to you, Chantal, I love you, babe, come back to Syria, all is forgiven. How could you go back to Syria around his family and not be completely humiliated of the way that you've acted? But she would have, oh, well, I don't care. She went back to their house. She went to their house to have a, farewell party. I don't know how you could do that. If I acted that way and at 41 years old around my partner's family, I could never see them again. I couldn't do it. Bertha, thank you for the support, hon.
Okay, don't start talking shit about him.
See, she has to maintain. Everybody, don't say anything bad about Salah. I'm trying to get back to Syria, guys.
What's depressing?
You, bitch. You've got me.
My life is depressing right now. Of course it's going to be depressing. Like,
It's going to be depressing. Blah, 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 blah.
my life is super depressing.
That's a choice. That is a choice.
Me and Teardrop on a channel.
Yes, Miss Ann. Yes.
If we're broken up, we talk daily because we always talk daily. Always.
Okay, can I ask you all a question without it sounding like too like mean or whatever? Well, if you were this unfortunate, and listen, I don't think that Chantal has always been so unfortunate looking. Like she's been able to fix herself up to some extent to where it's not like horrible. What happened? What did I do? Oh God. Hold please. What did I do? Oh God. For the love of God. Is this it? Okay, we were here. Sorry about that. To some extent, but if you were that unfortunate looking, do you think like, do you become that desperate? Are you just like, I don't get it? Like, I feel like, and I've always said this, I feel like there's somebody for everybody, but holy shit, man. I don't know, Sassy Mama. I hit some button. Something weird came up on my screen. Hey, Acid Girl. Good to see you. That sounds deranged. I would save up for surgery. Yeah, I mean, and she doesn't. That's the thing. Like, she doesn't necessarily have to look like this. She wants to look like this. She doesn't want to put any effort into herself, and that's okay. Like, some people are just over it. They're older. They're like, I don't really give a shit. I'm not trying to impress anybody, anyways, and there's no problem with that. But actually seeking out husband material that looks like Salah. Again, I don't think he's like this good looking, amazing, handsome fella, but he ain't that, like, he ain't Chantal level. You know what I mean? So like, you at some point you would think that would click. Like you would work with what you have, right? You would try to take what you're working with and make it look a little bit better. If you're trying to, get back into the Syrian home, Chantal, is this really the way that you want to present yourself on the internet? What about this is going to make Salah say, yes, baby, come get you some of this cupcake recipe? Like, take a shower, fix yourself up, put a good wig on, girl. Put your fucking dress on, do something for the love of God.
But that's waiting and waiting.
It looks like it smells, and I know it does. I don't even need to get a whiff of it. I know it smells.
So, look at my widow's peak. So that means I have a furry cat here.
Don't forget to leave your comment on yesterday's stream. I'm about to pick the winner. I got stuff to do. I got to get out of here. Crunk.
That's great. Thank you. I know about stoicism.
Well, she's definitely not bringing in the money anymore. If that's what he's looking at, if he's looking at her numbers, I mean, her numbers are a little bit higher. Donations have came to a complete halt. People aren't joining memberships. They're not super chatting her. They're fed up. They're fucking, they fell for it. They took the bait, and here we go. If Chantal was out here, actually entertaining the people, she would be making bank right now. But this is not what any of her community wanted from her. At one time, both Chantal and Amber were very pretty, very lovely. Chantal, when she first started YouTube with her makeup videos, I would even say beautiful, but sadly their choices did them in. Definitely not as bad as what we're looking at present day. I can agree with that for sure, Liz. I can agree with that to some extent. Some, not completely, but some for sure. And thank you for the super chat, hon. My Sassy Bear says, look-wise, she and SJM are on the same level. They actually look related. I don't know how SJM and Gary and Chantal all look alike, and they're all from Canada, but they do. It's crazy. It really is. Thank you for the support, hon. I don't think, was it a fart? Could have been. Possibly. Jen says SJM is more attractive. I can agree with that. Because you know what it is, Jen? It's because SJM is a dude. So, because like Chantal is morphing into what looks like a dude, like she's starting to pick up like man features and shit like that. So I would have to go with SJM as the prettier of the two as well. I would say SJM, Foodie, and then Gary. That is how my lineup would go. SJM, Foodie, and Gary. SJM has a lot more potential and he's a drunk. Here, like SJM is a fucking scumbag. And what makes him that I know of such a scumbag from what I've seen on his YouTube platform is that SJM will get completely fucking trashed and get behind the wheel of the car. He's been lucky thus far not to kill somebody else, but he gets out here and he will fucking total his car, cry to his parents, and they're buying him another one. He doesn't need to be anywhere. He needs to be banned from holding a driver's license in Canada before he does the unthinkable. You know, I've got teenagers on the road now, and that really, really fucking sends me into a place I don't want to fucking even think about right now.
I don't like biscuit. April. Lazy, no. Haven't watched any movies. We're not watching Creepshow too.
And we're gonna have to call it there. Once they start talking about movies, it's a fucking tap out for me. All right, guys, let's do the giveaway. Liz says, shit, I got super behind in chat again. I say beautiful because Chantal at one point resembled my stepmom, specifically the way she styled her hair, makeup, presented herself, and how she spoke. And my stepmom is beautiful to me. I'm biased. Well, that makes sense. I mean, listen, I'm not saying that she wasn't a decent looking person, but of course, you know, like here's the thing for me is that when I came into Chantal, she was already a shit show. So like once you already have like a take on somebody, it's hard to see past that. So look wise, you really it what's the word I'm looking for? It clouds your vision of maybe what they look like. I don't know. But thank you for the support, hon. I understand that. The Witch Stacy, thank you so much for joining memberships and being a poor piece of crap. We appreciate you. She never used to look like she tried. She never used to look like the. Yes, I agree with that. Just found Chantal beautiful 8 years ago as well. There's a team pic of Chantal in her denim overalls, a pretty girl, insane how she destroyed herself. I know exactly the picture you're talking about. And even her then looks completely different than when she first started her YouTube channel. Oh, hey, Lisa. I hope you're doing okay. I got to go check on my woman too. All right, let's do this giveaway and we got to get out of here. I want to try to get my tree decorated today for you fucks. I got lights on it. Hey, I got those one kind of lights. You know, the old school lights. It's supposed to be like, what are they called? What's the word? MC normally knows and she reminds me. FFG doesn't have anyone to tell her to pluck her chin hairs. That's sad. That's unfortunate. Sorry about that, Gary. It is what it is. Hold on. I'm going to show you guys my tree. I'm going to come on camera for a second. I don't know. I'm really hot and flushed. I've been sitting by this heater looking rough. Anyways, the tree over here, we're going to try to get decorated today. Try to get all the decorations up in here. So we can, you know, get in the spirit and be excited about the holidays. We got Thanksgiving coming up, which I fucking am super excited about. And then on to Christmas. And before you know it, it's going to be over. So I want to try to enjoy every minute because I'm caught up in this TikTok shit where now I believe that I'm late, even though I feel like I'm going to be early putting out my decorations. They've convinced me that I'm late and then it's going to be over. And then I'm going to be outside about it. Anyways, let's get the comments. Let me share this screen so you guys can see one winner today. You will pick from, if you're inside of the States, a tumbler or a wax melt. If you're outside of the States, it's going to be for a sticker pack and a postcard. All right, get YouTube comments. What happened? Oh, for the fucking love of God. They got me maxed out on comments. Are you kidding me? Let me go to another site. You know what? I'm blocking you. Website, whatever you're called. I'm never using your platform ever again. Let's go back to this other one. Don't worry, I got it already pulled up. Let's see here. Here we go. Number of winners, 274 comments. See, that would have been 74 people not picked to be in the drawing. They had me cut off at 200. Unbelievable. Go ahead, pick my one YouTube comment. And today's winner is Dun, 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 dun. Kelly 21204. I want to win the giveaway, please and thank you. Well, say less, girl. You have won. Congratulations. Make sure you email me today at tunderground2323@gmail.com. It's always in the description. And I'll make sure to post the winner on Twitter and the community tab post. Thank you all so much for being here, being present, showing up, showing out as always. And we shall be here tomorrow. It's gonna depend. I don't know what's on the docket, so stay tuned for that. And it depends on what happens tonight. I don't know. Maybe we'll go live tomorrow and talk about Rosie for shits and giggles till Chantel's done drooling on herself. What do you guys think? Possibly, maybe. We shall see. Regardless, love you guys so much. See you next time. Bye.
You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money. Okay, good luck.